you not entertained, everybody? That man has not tweeted since 2023 until last night.
It's true, right?
Yeah,
I was going,
2023,
is this really him?
Fernando Tatis Jr. That is not a guttural yell. That is just a shriek of celebration for, in my opinion, maybe the greatest entertainer baseball has ever seen. We had a little mini debate about it before the show started, but if he's not number one, he's 1A or 2. We could talk about that today, but holy crap. Welcome in, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Great to be here with you on a Victory Wednesday, as it were. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindel's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. Benjamin, what'd you think of that catch?
That was insane. It's very rare that you can instantly decide that that's someone's best catch ever, especially when they have such a deep well of reserves of great catches to go to. But I think everybody was right. That was the best ever.
It's up. I mean, yeah. Maybe it's recency bias. I don't know. I've seen that guy do things on a baseball field that I did not know were possible. I just didn't know they were possible, and he's been doing it for a long time.
And the flair.
It's the way he does it.
The way he does
The
it.
swag that came along with it.
I don't think we talked about it. His sliding catch the other night.
Yes.
Even that, I'm like, damn, that was cool.
We got a couple of guys that have made plays in their tenure here that you forget because they make it look easier than it is. And that's Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr., two of the slickest to ever do it with the glove, honestly. And we have been so fortunate. And I will say both underappreciated by this fan base way too much, in my humble and personal opinion. I know Twitter is just a small, slice of the pie, but to watch that, when we watch those two and when they're done here, we watch their defensive highlight reels, just defense. I think it's going to make you cry, like how good it actually is. We have taken so much for granted with both of those guys and what they're able to do with the glove. It's just outstanding. Defense in baseball is so hard. It's so hard to time up a ball or to pick a 106-mile-an-hour grounder or to make that throw. Or it's just incredible. It's incredible.
It's so hard to do. And then he takes the next step and makes it theatrical.
Correct.
As if it was written into a script. If they had a movie and the climactic moment was an outfielder robbing a grand slam, you would have to do like 40 takes before they got it as well as Fernando Tatis Jr. did it in real time, in real life, with the hat coming off, the look that he gave as though like, okay, now we're doing the close-up shot. You give a look to the camera, and then you slyly pop the ball out of your glove.
Oh.
I mean, that would be like an all-day shoot if it was a baseball movie, and he got it in one take in real life. It's unbelievable.
You could hear the entire
flip was so cool.
You can hear the entire city of San Diego getting pregnant when he caught that ball over the fence. I mean, you just like it just took me out of my body. The whole city is pregnant. It's unbelievable. An unbelievable catch. By the way, 2 home runs as well. And first pitch of the game. I mean, holy cow.
I've said it before. I don't know fully how WAR is calculated, but he should get one full WAR.
Yeah, one full WAR.
1.0 WAR for last
and 4
night
defensive
alone.
runs saved.
3 runs added offensively, 4 runs
saved.
See, in my brain, I'm like, that's 7. You get 7.
Yes.
He's now.
I'm saying 1 because he single-handedly won that game.
He's 7. He got 7 WAR last. That's how it should work.
I think
how many runs did you save, and how many runs did you account for?
The last time we talked about this, I think it was Joe Adell when he robbed 3 home runs and hit the only home run they needed to win. That's a full. You won the game.
6-7 WAR night for him. Yeah, WAR. I will never understand it, but I just like to say
What is it good for?
It is just drives me crazy. I wish I understood it fully. I know it's flawed, but my method is much better. Our method is much better. 7 WAR last night for Fernando Tatis Jr. It's as easy as that. He was outstanding.
6.9.
He was outstanding. The boys played well. Big win. We will get to that in a moment. But are you wondering why
I got mugged on my way to work this morning?
Not on your way. Once you got here.
Well, once I got here, yes, that's right. Why did you take all my money that I had in my wallet?
because I forgot to get
You
cash.
left me with $5.
$5. Well, I had $0.
Yes.
Now I Venmo'd you.
Right, but that's
cover
not.
it.
See, that's not real money.
Yeah,
Cash
real
is
money.
real, not really in my mind. Like I just gave up cash for some sort of nebulous electronic
All right.
shit.
Well, if that's
somewhere.
the case, why don't you Venmo me 1,000 fake dollars and I'll give you 100 real
I
dollars?
just feel like the real, the real
and
money.
then we'll see how real that Venmo
the real money
is.
feels more valuable than some sort of Venmo that's out there somewhere.
Like
Venmo can just decide one day, yeah, it's gone.
We're
I
out.
don't. We're
So
out.
could your
We're done
bank,
with money.
man.
Yeah, so could your bank.
Yeah, that's why I like cash.
Fair enough.
The Great
So
Depression.
why did you mug me for all my cash this morning?
Because I didn't have time to go to the cash machine. That's why.
Great.
Because I need $60 cash for after the show.
You can go fleece another old woman for baseball cards?
It's like
No,
it's like an old day when you're a 17-year-old and you need, Dad, you have any cash? I need cash. Dad always had cash.
That was a dynamite story. I'm not going to fleece another old lady. I'm going to fleece the same old lady. I'm going back to Escondido as soon as the show's over.
What does she have, a Mickey Mantle rookie card that you're going to give her $40 for?
I told you, remember, the old lady that I mean, she set a price. I paid her the price. I didn't fleece
No, you
anybody.
didn't. She asked for $10. You gave her $1.
Well, that's for the extra. So I told you when she brought me into her bathroom, she opened up the counter and she still had a bunch more binders. There'll be none of that happening. And I was like, who's this woman's house you keep going to in the middle of the afternoon? So she has more binders, remember? In the bathroom. I looked on Nextdoor last night. She's got them listed.
She keeps them in the bathroom?
Yeah, they're huge. Like she has bathroom
It's like a second bathroom.
the guest bathroom with the shelves instead of towels and things and toilet paper. It's stacked. It's like
I just
binders.
That's interesting.
So I am going over after the show to buy the rest of the binders, and I think maybe because it was priced at $60, which is way more than the $25 I paid for the 9 original, 26 for the 13 original binders. So she's jacked the price up a little bit, but I wrote her again and I said, are these still available? She said, yes. And I said, all right, I will see you at 10:30, forgetting that we get off at 9. So I'll see her at 9:30 this morning. And I'm going to go get the rest of them and pick through those today.
So now I feel like second guessing himself because he's funding your addiction.
Right.
Now.
Well,
It's not addiction.
I'm second guessing myself because
it's an investment.
I shouldn't have accepted your Venmo. I should have asked for a percentage of your profits if you find something valuable.
Correct. Yeah, I gave you $1.
I'll front you the 60.
Well, I just
but
would have gone to the cash machine.
I would like a taste of whatever you end up with.
Save that. No, I don't think that's fair at all. I would just run by the cash machine then if I had to do that bid. Now, if I was broke, like if I was broke, I'd be like, all right, you front this, I'll do the legwork, and then we split the profits.
You don't think you're heading in that direction at some point? This is how it starts.
It's a distinct,
that's how it ends.
It's a distinct possibility.
Ben, I need $100. I got enough. I need it for baseball cards. I'll pay you back next week. I promise.
Ben, I need $450 for this hobby box. Please, I'll Venmo you back.
Trust me, I'm going to get some huge hits out of this, man. We're going to make our money back in spades. Trust me.
This is how it started for Ipe as well.
That's true. That is true. Well, I've been down that slippery slope. That won't happen again. And we'll talk about some gambling stories here today in the program too. One story that's fairly shocking, but I also think I might have done it at some point. I think I might have when I was really in the grips of gambling on anything I could get my hands on. But now, somebody said in the chat, Woodsy's continuing to fleece old women. Listen, she set the price. I'm not going to haggle. I'm bringing her your fresh $60. Look, 20, 40, 50, 60. Not $1 more, not $1 less. You set a price. I pay the price. I don't see how that's fleecing or taking advantage of. I really don't.
What if Ben only had $40?
I probably would have had to just stopped. I would have stopped. I just didn't know. I hate going to the ATM. I can't even tell you last time I went to an ATM. I can't tell you. It's been It's been maybe since I went to Manchester. I was like, I think I need to pull some cash out.
Really?
Yeah. I never carry cash.
I
ever.
go at least twice a month still.
For what do you pull out?
bank?
Like 500?
No, I probably no more than like 200 at a time.
I'm always afraid because
I don't want to carry too much at once.
I'm so forgetful. And I will lose things. And I'm like, man, my luck, I'd have $750 in there and I'd lose my wallet or somebody would steal it. Like I would lose my mind.
I constantly either have my wallet either has like $300 or $4.
Yeah.
There's never really anything in the middle.
I do feel like it's good. There's a lot of businesses that have to pay insane credit card fees. And if you can pay cash for smaller purchases, going to a taco shop or something, I think it's very much appreciated at a lot of businesses to still pay cash.
Well,
so I like to have, $60 to $100 on me at most times.
So I'm not eating at a lot of taco shops, right? Not that I don't want to, but I'm just trying not to. I would do it every day if I could, but I can't. Everywhere I go, seemingly, they're like, we don't take cash. I mean, there's just everywhere you go now.
I assume most places don't take cash.
Me too. So we are kind of trending towards the cashless society, which is fine by me because I never have it. Like that $60 is the only cash this wallet has seen in like months. You know where I get most of my cash? My kids. Yeah. What I'll do is my parents will send them money and I just put it in my wallet. I'll be like, hey, I'll buy. You want your baseball cards? You owe me. You know what I mean? Like, you owe me 50, and I got.
Is there
50.
a ledger somewhere where you kind of keep track of it for?
It's right here,
head,
buddy. Right
up there.
Right here is that ledger. Let's put it. Let me put it this way. They're not even close to being even. All right. They're not even close, as you know. Like your kids, unless your kids walk up to you one day with a suitcase with $2.5 million unmarked and be like,
who wants to be a millionaire briefcase?
Dad, we're even. That's it. Until that day comes. Because, it's like, I look at it like, especially with Taylor. Do you know how many meals I bought that kid that he never had one bite of? And I mean, there was one time we went out recently and this dude ordered 2 meals. He ordered, I want this and this. And I go, no. And Hannah's like, just get it for him. And so I did it. And he didn't eat either of them. And I was livid. And I mean livid.
Like they just showed up in front of him.
And he was like, I don't want it. And I was like, why did you order it? Why'd you let him order 2? He don't even eat one. I lost my mind.
That is one of the most frustrating things of parenthood. And restaurants, I mean,
they don't
kids'
care.
Meals are not cheap anymore either.
They're not cheap. It's not like, hey, grilled cheese for $1.50. You're like,
no.
Fine, you get 3 of them. You don't eat them. I don't care.
You don't eat that $12 grilled cheese.
Yes.
And not even a bite of it. And then I feel like I have to eat it.
Then you eat it.
Which I shouldn't be eating that because I already ordered my own meal and I ate that. And now I'm eating your grilled cheese as well because God forbid it should go to waste for the $12.
Well,
someone needs to get some value out of this grilled cheese. It is the worst.
Do you guys does this happen to you at restaurants? Like, I've done it with my kids. I'm trying to explain it the right way. Yes, you don't want it to go to waste, but you also don't want to look wasteful, right? You don't want the server to come up and go, oh, wow. Like you guys, they'll judge you. They're like, oh, you've barely eaten anything. So you find yourself eating.
Something wrong.
You find yourself eating to save face with the restaurant. Yeah. So they're not like, look at this. Oh, look at this a-hole. Ordered all this food and barely ate. So I find myself eating more, not because, like I even want it. It's just more of like, oh my God, somebody eat this or we're going to look like idiots.
I feel like you have to eat enough so that they don't say, would you like me to box that up for you at the end?
There's got to be like just a sliver left. You're like, oh, no.
Because when they do and you say no, you just feel like a real wasteful piece of,
Good.
crap.
Finish. There you go. He's on fire right now. The boxing bit. How many times have you taken boxed food and been like, yeah, totally boxed?
Sounds great.
Sounds awesome. And then like you get outside and you're like,
that's just even more wasteful
because
then you're wasting the packaging and the time that they did to box it. But you're not eating that last 4 bites of salmon.
I can't believe you guys. I can't believe I forgot to tell you this. And in the chat, KJD just reminded me. He says, I just order an appetizer, then I'll eat my kids' leftovers. So when we were in Hawaii, we were at Turtle Bay on Oahu, and we went down for breakfast after the show that I had to do through my laptop on vacation. So we went down into the beautiful area, overlooks the wall. I mean, it is perfect. And there's a family of, there's mom, 1, 2, 3, 3 kids, and dad sitting at the big round table. And it was a buffet. So it was like, I'm not joking, it was like $55 a person, which is standard Hawaii. Like that's what you're going to pay. Homeboy didn't order a buffet. He ordered coffee and proceeded to lean over and eat piece of waffle, piece of bacon, and go get some more sausage. Piece of sausage, piece of eggs. Hannah and I didn't eat my meal because here was me the whole time. Oh God! And then here's me. I'm just going, oh my God, that's 2 sausage patties. He just ate a whole spoonful of eggs. Oh, he's drinking his kid's orange juice. Look at this cheap SOB. Look at him. I go, babe, look. She's like, stop looking. I'm like, oh my God, he just put a whole waffle.
The kid's price was probably lower than the adult price as well.
Kid's price was a little bit lower.
The adult price,
dude.
Eating the kids'
$36.99 for the kid.
You guys, it was like watching it was like watching a jewel thief or something. Like I was just watching him going.
I was gonna say like watching a bank robbery.
Yes. And I just sat there. I was like, do you have no shame? I'm like, mentally, I'm giving him these vibes. I'm like, you don't have any shame, do you? You're in one of the nicest resorts on the planet, and you're nickel and diming your way through it. You're eating off people's plates.
Your children's.
Like, yeah, you're paying for this, but you're not paying for this. Like, he didn't buy his own meal. And the waiter, such a nice place. The guy's not going to make a big stink about it, but he did. He was like, more coffee, sir? And the guy's like, yeah, I'll take some more coffee. It's a mouthful of eggs Benedict. And I couldn't look away. She was like, you have to stop looking. They can see you watching them. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm seeing this in the wild. Now, trust tree. Have you ever done that?
I have not.
I know my dad.
Too humiliating.
Before, but yeah,
it's too humiliating.
No, I'm not hungry.
Now, do you have the thought that this is I'm probably going to have $4 worth of food for a $55 buffet that is outrageous and ridiculous?
I think then at that point you go to the Starbucks and get a muffin and call it a day, right? If you're not hungry, don't get a buffet. But do not, for any reason. What are you just going to walk around taking money out of people's purses while you're there? Like, what are you doing? It was
he'd have his kid go and take money out of people's purses.
You guys, I can't believe I forgot to tell that. It was like my favorite story, and I forgot. That's also the day I tripped up the stairs, and the whole world, everyone's laughing.
I remember
at me,
that story,
and they're still talking about it. So as much as I made fun of him, he's telling his buddies about the guy that fell up the stairs. So I thought that was so good, and don't do that. And hey, listen, times are tight. We all get it. You got to save where you can save. You're at Turtle Bay. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're at Turtle Bay, one of the nicest places in the world. You're already in it. What's an extra $50? You know, like at this point.
Like we say, they say if you can't afford to tip, you can't afford to eat out.
Correct.
If you can't afford to buy
the
your
meal, don't
breakfast, you maybe can't afford Hawaii.
Paulie, it's a good rule of thumb. If you can't afford to eat out, don't go to a restaurant. It's just a rule of thumb. And it was crazy, man. Crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Speaking of free food, had our Odyssey barbecue, summer barbecue yesterday.
How did it go?
Staff. Well, we missed you, Woods.
I missed you guys too. I was at the gym.
Food was actually outstanding.
So I called Paulie to find out how it was.
I was like, it was outstanding.
And then he said, we had barbecue catered in from Grand Ole. And I almost kicked the wall. I was so mad. So I thought,
and brisket.
I thought it was like a potluck again.
There's a bunch in the fridge, if you want to heat it up.
Beans, potato salad, coleslaw.
Cold barbecue at 620 is not quite the same.
And then dessert from one of our new sponsors, I believe, Brewster's Ice Cream.
Dude.
Which is the one that is by the Airbnb that we get in Peoria. Really, really good.
Never had it.
Yeah, they had different pints of flavors. I tried I went once. You guys didn't go with me.
I looked it up. It's East Coast company. They're from Philly or Pennsylvania, and I'd heard of Brewster's, but I'd never had it before. I didn't know we had them in San Diego.
I didn't either. The only one I had ever seen was there in Peoria, but it was good when I went before, and it was really good. I tried the banana pudding ice cream, like really just cold banana pudding.
This is like
fantastic.
This is like peeing on my
And then
ashes right now.
Graham Central Station.
I had a spoon of that.
That
Oh
was
my
really
God.
good too. Really outstanding.
I love Grand Ole so much too.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought, so I thought it was like, hey, John's bringing his, pork loin or whatever. Like which was fine. We did it last year. It was good. Michael, our old boss, made ribs that were pretty good, or brisket or something. It was good. But I was like, I got too much to do. And I wanted to get to the gym and the grocery store and stuff before the kids got out of school. I actually ended up with about 2 hours to myself, which I probably could have gone. But I figured if I went to the buffet and I wolfed down brisket and pulled pork and Graham ice cream and banana pudding ice cream, and
there were cookies,
copious amounts of
brownies.
There's brownies. Bro, there's no gym after that.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
was
gym.
feeling a little full the rest of the day.
I would have gone home and
sure.
would have crawled into bed and fallen asleep.
But I would also like to report that I am making progress because, Paulie, how many of our fellow colleagues would you say were there? About 24?
Yeah.
About 24 people enjoying
25.
20 to 25.
Who wasn't there noticeably other than me?
That was really just you.
Yeah.
I think there was only
Braden and Frank were on the air.
Yeah.
Ello showed up.
Adam
Scraby
took him
was
up
there.
a plate because they were on the air, but then Ello and Scraby came. Obviously, Tony Gwynn Jr. was not there. He's in New York.
in New York.
But
so me and Tony Gwynn Jr. That's fine.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
So as we were kind of wrapping up and Paulie and I were standing, I looked around and I said to myself, I think there's only like 4 people here whose names I don't know.
That's good.
And here's where I really felt good about it. I asked Paulie about them, and he didn't know 3 of them.
Nice.
So
The same ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was like, okay.
I don't know.
I now know at least the majority of the people that I've worked with the last 8 years as names.
Remember when we did the quiz and I walked around and got them
So bad.
on video? One of my favorite bits. Oh,
So
man.
I'm getting better.
Well, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you guys
Thank
went.
you.
Thank you for representing. I hope I wasn't missed too much. I probably wasn't.
Yeah, more food for the rest of us.
More food for the rest of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I did feel the pangs of jealousy when Paulie said, "Oh yeah, Grand Ole." I thought he was joking with me. I go, "Ha ha ha." He's like, "No, Grand Ole came." I'm like, nobody said that in the
That should have
email.
been in the headline, like right there.
Right,
First
dude.
email in bold.
Grand Ole
Barbecue.
How are you not?
For our Odyssey
How are you not?
barbecue?
We're in radio. How are you not promoting that?
I got back here at like 11:30 and I saw on my phone email, oh, the Grand Ole Barbecue is ready. And I go,
Grand
the
Ole?
Grand Ole Barbecue
First
is
you've
ready.
heard of
What? I did not know it was going to be Grand Ole.
First you've heard of it, my friend. Well, let's get cranking. We have a short show today because the Padres are playing an early game.
Yeah, we'll get
in New York.
right to the Fernando Tatis
The
Jr.
who?
The Fernando Tatis Jr. show.
Fernando.
Get all the highlights in our Padres Grap Up coming up next. We'll set the menu for our short show today, leading into early Padres baseball. Sammy Levitt's pregame show at 9:10. All coming up with Ben and Woods on a Wednesday morning, broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, baseball marathon, not a sprint. We know how this works. So we're near the end of the marathon this year, but you win it by staying disciplined over the long haul. Retirement works the same way. A lot can happen over 20 or 30 years. Market swings, inflation, healthcare costs, even unexpected expenses. And without a plan, it's easy to get knocked off course. That's why Trajan Wealth focuses on long-term strategy. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors help build retirement plans designed to hold up through good seasons and some tough ones based on your goals and your risk tolerance. Their local offices in Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Escondido, and they understand what it really costs to retire here in San Diego. So if you've been thinking about getting a game plan in place, now is a good time. You can start by calling 1-855-TRAJAN1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN1. Or when you're ready, everything can start online at TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth, plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I got to get to everything quickly today, as again, got a short show leading up to the Padres road trip finale against the Mets. 9:10 a.m. EcoWater SoCal pregame show with Sammy Levitt. 10:10 first pitch with Jesse and Tony. So we'll talk about the game here, and then at 7 o'clock, we'll pay off our incorporator word from yesterday with Jesse. Got to it late in the game, but did get it in after all the drama and theatrics from Fernando Tatis Jr. 7:25, we'll do Don't Do This, and then it's a Big League Wednesday at 7:40. Joining us on our SDCCU fan hotline, it's not Big Bang Banking, it's better. Our friend Brett Boone, host of the Brett Boone podcast on Odyssey, will be with us. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll reset everything, play a little Take on Woods, and then I believe we'll invite Sammy Levitt into studio for our last segment at 8:35, 8:40, and then lead you right into the pregame show just after 9 o'clock. So we'll go a little long on that segment and just take you to the top of the hour and then hand things over to Sam Levitt for the final game of the road trip.
I don't see a reach around on here anywhere.
We could sneak it in at 8:40 before Sammy or after Sammy as he's getting ready for his show.
Surprised you're letting Sammy in with a reach around out
I will
there.
just update everybody on the two most important games.
That's what I want to know.
The Philadelphia Phillies won again. 6-4 over the Miami Marlins. Fifth straight win for the Phillies. who are hot. So they remained a game ahead of the San Diego Padres.
Our roundtable was Thursday. We have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Me, Braden, and Ello, I think all discounted the Phillies. Well done, fellas.
Have not lost since.
Have not lost a game since.
But the Diamondbacks have hit a bit of a rough patch in Boston. They got crushed by the Red Sox again, 9-4. Adley Rutschman hit a home run, drove in 3. So the Diamondbacks have now fallen 2 games behind the Padres for the last wild card spot in the National League. It's the biggest cushion the Padres have had since much earlier in the season. Not that it's much of a cushion, but it's important to note that with the Padres 2 games up on the Diamondbacks, if they can just match them now for the next, 30, 31 games before that final 3-game series, if the Padres have a 2-game lead over the Diamondbacks going into that series, they'd only need to win once to clinch a playoff spot, which is why every 1 game in the standings matters right now for your San Diego Padres.
Yeah, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves at all, but that series looms large at the end of the season. They know that, but
and if you can pick up a couple more games, it won't even matter at all. If you can be 4 up going into the final 3, it won't matter. So there's a lot to play for.
As exciting as it would be for it to come down to that, I'll pass. I'll take the 4.
Yeah, if you can line up your pitching rotation for a wild card series rather than have to go all out in the last 3 days to try to win a playoff spot, that would be very advantageous. So, all these games, both teams matter immensely down the stretch with I think 35 games left this season for the San Diego Padres at this point. Last night's is going to be one that goes down in the history books for the San Diego Padres 2026 season. Let's check traffic, and then we'll come back, play our Padres wrap up, and hear Jesse's highlights of Fernando's big night coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's your latest traffic update.
Starting Chula Vista 5 northbound through San Diego. No delays or backups this morning. 805 Chula Vista, your morning drive is at the limit as well. With San Diego traffic, I'm Fonseca.
This traffic report is driven by local and veteran-owned Sedano Ford in La Mesa.
The back-to-school event is on at local veteran-owned Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Drive a 2026 F-150, Bronco Sport, or Explorer, all just $349 a month. For complete details and even more great offers, visit SedanoFord.com.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres wrap-up
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the players'
First
place.
pitch is on the way. Tatis swings, hits it a mile. Deep to left field, way back. Oh, yeah, gonna go. Second deck in left for Fernando Tatis Jr., and it's 1-0. 1 pitch into the game. Here's the 1-0. Lindor hits it in the air, deep down the right field line. Fernando all the way into the corner. At the wall, leaps up, and did he catch it? He's holding. He's waiting. He did! What a play! Fernando went up over the right field wall and took a grand slam away. Of all the robberies he's ever made, this one is the best. 2-1 is hit in the air, deep to right field. Bench is going back onto the track. He's at the wall. This one gonna go. Fernando does it again. Apo Taco for Tatis. His second of the night. A 2-run homer, and it's 3-0. And a high fly ball deep to center field. Merrill back at the wall, looking up, gonna go. Luis Torrens, stay hot. Unbelievable. He has been on an absolute tear. Homered in his last game on Sunday. Homers here off the base of the apple in center field. And the Mets are on the board. It's 3-1. First pitch swinging. France lines it into left field, a base hit. Bowen rounding third on his way. Ewing's throw to the plate. Here we go again. The tag, not in time. Not this time. And the Padres have added on. It's 4-1. Swings of the first pitch. It's it high and deep to right center. Merrill going back at the wall. This one's going to go into the Padre bullpen. Second home run of the night for the Mets. And now a 4-2 game here in the 8th. And Machado swings, hits it in the air, deep to left field. Ewing's going back at the wall. This one gonna go! Manny Machado with his third hit of the night, and it's an add-on homer in the top of the 9th inning. Padre lead is now 5-2. And Bichette swings and misses. Strike 3. 101-mile-an-hour fastball to end the game. Miller puts him down 1-2-3 with a pair of strikeouts, and the Padres have evened the series with a 5-2 win thanks to an all-time night by Fernando Tatis Jr.
Craig, how did you enjoy the Fernando Tatis Jr. show?
That was pretty amazing to watch him out there. And, he doesn't just do it. He does it with a flair. And, the home run robbery was with a flair. The first pitch home run with a flair, and then the opposite field home run. All has a little bit of flair to it, and that's what makes Fernando who he is and why we love watching him and why we're happy that he's a Padre.
What was your view? I mean, it seemed like everyone thought he caught it but wasn't sure.
Once he flipped his hat off and his hair back, that's when I was like, all right, he caught it. Otherwise, I don't think he would have done that. But it was just a great catch. When Lindor hit it, I didn't think it was going to, get over the wall, but it definitely did. And, there's only so many people in the world that can go up and catch that fly ball, and Fernando's one of them.
God, it was good. Oh,
what a game.
I'm pregnant. Sweaty. All right, we talked before the show. Is he the most entertaining baseball player of all time? And I know, my son and his friends would say, oh, yeah, 100%. There's guys that have some flair that are certainly fun to watch. I think of like Ellie De La Cruz is one. The way he tears around the bases, the prodigious home runs, the cannon for an arm. But I think he's incomplete maybe at this point. Fernando is the whole package, in my opinion. And he has the flair for the dramatic. And Ben, you brought up
Purple says, of course, Ben says no. And I did say no.
Yeah.
I certainly think he's in the conversation, but
I think there's
for career flair, I had to pick one person that I still think maybe ahead of Fernando Tatis Jr., someone I got to watch up close at the end of his career, and that is
Cal Ripken.
I was going to say Phil Nevin.
Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, Ricky.
Ricky was in a class by himself when it came to flair. In an era where there wasn't a lot of flair with some players. You had a lot of
they looked down upon flair a lot.
And he did it so incredibly well. And
hard to argue.
Ostentatiously and for so long in so many different ways.
In so many different teams. Yeah. It didn't matter.
My biased ass at first came up with Griffey in my mind, but he didn't have flair. It was like swagger.
It was cool.
It was different. It was different. It was cool, but it wasn't like, I mean, like when Craig Stammen just said, when did you know he caught that ball? He goes, once he flipped the hair back, I was like, oh, he got it.
I vividly recall my dad, if you're listening, you'll remember this as well, making my dad throw me pop flies in the street and trying to do the Ricky Henderson whip snap catch, and where he would sit and wait, and at the last second he would go like a big circle and catch it. And
how many 70-year-old outfield coaches did he send to an early grave?
They wanted to die. And I just vividly recall maybe getting 1 out of 12, maybe 1 out of 12. And the way that he hit home runs, the way that he pimped home runs in the leadoff spot, the way he ran the bags, the way he slid into bags, the way he talked.
In the third
person. I mean, I think I'm even trying to think of someone comparable now, right? It's not Shohei. He doesn't have flair. He's really good, but he doesn't have flair. Who's close?
I mean, I would say close, maybe like Bobby Witt Jr., but not as much flair.
No flair.
He's got the talent and the hustle, and talented. He flies around the field.
But he doesn't. Nobody has that. It's just that little it factor.
Yeah, I completely agree.
He's so entertaining.
Randy Arozarena has has it.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything anymore, right?
He doesn't have the skill of Tatis, but he has that flair.
PCA is pretty close.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
I think Nando smokes them all. And listen, for whatever
Acuna, when he's rolling.
Yes, Acuna's got it. He's got the thing. Him and Nando have the thing. But it's cool.
Vladdy.
It's just cool. It's just cool. He's just such a fun player to watch. And, you always knew that talent was in him. Everybody did. And the slow start, it sucked. Obviously, it sucked for him more than it sucked for you, the fan. Trust me. Like, for us, the fan, it was tough, but it really sucked for him. That doubt that had to creep in his mind of like, can I still do this? The talent is through the roof. And he proved it last night, man. He can, the rare baseball player that can take over a game. Mm-hmm. It's you're 9 men on the field. Like, he took over that game. He won that game for the San Diego Padres. And I know you got contributions from Manny and Robbie Ray and Mason Miller. That's the Fernando Tatis Jr. game. You do not win that game without him. He's unbelievable.
It's interesting that you bring up PCA, because we talked yesterday about how PCA led off the game with a home run and then hit a walk-off home run, and then he hit another leadoff home run again. And I thought, just kind of knowing Fernando. So I'm in the car, the game starts, and Jesse is about to, Tony does the lineup and hands it over to Jesse for the first pitch. And in my mind, before it was even thrown, I go, I wonder if Tatis is going to try to ambush one here, just kind of, hey, PCA did it, I can do it today. So I was actually like kind of a little bit on the edge of my seat in my car thinking, I wonder if this is going to be a big old swing from Fernando Tatis Jr. And then Jesse makes the call, and you could tell instantly that he knew it was a no-doubter. It was, 452 feet, his third over 450 feet this season, which no one else has done in Major League Baseball this year. And I go, yep, he was ready to ambush the first pitch of the game by Zach Thornton yesterday.
God, I loved it. I loved it so much. It's just such a sigh of relief after last night. So, again, I talked at least yesterday about the way I was feeling. Somebody in our Instagram DMs was like, well, I'm glad you guys are so jovial about this loss. And I go, look, at the end of the day, all losses suck, to be sure. But again, I mentioned the word equity. Like, being a fan is very transactional, right? Like, you do good, then I got your back. You do bad, you don't have your back. But if you do good enough, I'll give you a little pass on a couple of bad base running. I'm gonna give you a little pass the way you guys have played, the way that the effort, the attitude, the way that you guys are playing together. I'll give you a little pass on it, right? And so that's exactly how I felt yesterday. I was not furious yesterday at all, and I just had the feeling they're gonna take it to these guys tonight, and they did, and they won that game, and now they have a chance to win the series again, which is all we wanted. Win that series.
One other little note here from Fernando. I think they had it on the broadcast last night. Facing that left-handed younger pitcher, the Padres have had some trouble sometimes against guys like that. Fernando, though, has really upped his numbers. I think he was third in the league, over a 1,000 OPS against lefties, and that had not been the case the past couple of seasons. He was not killing left-handers the way he did early in his career, and that is really a great sign to see for Fernando, to be able to hit the lefties again the way he did early in his career. Sammy made mention of it on social media. He said, I wasn't here in the 18, 19, at the early part of Fernando's career, but I certainly watched him. And he said, this is the closest he's been to that first couple of breakout onto the scene. It seemed like every day he was doing something that was leading off SportsCenter moments. And he is, if he's not all the way back to there, he's certainly as close as we've ever seen. And in some ways, he's even better, because I think he's a little more mature of a player and a complete of a player than he was earlier in his career.
2021, he got to the point where I hadn't really watched baseball that way since like maybe Bonds, where he would come up to the plate and I expected a home run. Like, he was so locked in and so much of a game changer that you just he's going to do it right here.
And again, man, even, at the beginning of the year, we were saying it, like, at the beginning of the year, I know it was a really slow start, and the power outage was one thing, but he was helping you win baseball games. He was helping you win baseball games at multiple positions. He still had the ability to change a game with his arm, with his legs, and he did it. Has he made some absolutely boneheaded decisions on the base paths? Yeah. Why? Because his team sucked. They sucked at the time. And he was pressing. Why? Because he knows what's in him. You don't press if you're like me. You press if you're like him and you think you can do anything. And I can turn this around, right? And that's what he was trying to do. So to watch it kind of start to blossom. I mean, blossom. It's a rose right now. Like, now just grow as big as you can. But he's such a joy to watch. He just is such a joy to watch. He always has been.
Robbie Ray picks up his first victory in a Padres uniform, and the final numbers were good.
Yes.
6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. However, I do feel it necessary to point out that had Fernando Tatis Jr. not been his right fielder, that would be 6 innings, 5 earned runs, and we'd be going, that's a third straight rough start for Robbie Ray. So he owes a nice steak dinner or something for Fernando Tatis Jr. because that changes a lot about Robbie Ray's Padres tenure, getting that win and putting up a nice 6-inning performance, his 11th win of the season overall. And he did bounce back. He had the 1 inning, walked all 3 of his guys, obviously, in the same inning to load the bases, lost the plate. And that is something that you just get with Robbie Ray.
Yeah, he walks a ton of people.
He just walks a lot of guys.
And it's such a somebody said Robbie Ray is like a less talented Blake Snell. I just went, man, you're right. I don't want to get to that point where it's a Robbie Ray start and you're like, hang on one second. Like vomiting because he's going to
Blake Snell.
Yeah, T-move Blake Snell. Like Blake Snell had the ability to reach back for 99 and devastating slider. And here his whole time this changeup was in timeout the whole time he lived here. And with Robbie Ray though, man, he doesn't have that.
2-time Cy Young Award winner. It's being a little less than Blake Snell is not the worst thing.
I'm talking about aesthetically as a fan sitting and watching a game going, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me. Every time he has the ball is a little bit tough sometimes.
Top of the 7th inning. Game still very much, in doubt. Padres looking for some insurance. They've got Jace Bowen, the pinch runner, on second base. Ty France at the plate. And wouldn't you know, hits the sharp, hard grounder to left field to A.J. Ewing, who was one of the guys who threw out one of the 3 runners at the plate in the first game of the series on Monday. What does third base coach Bob Henley do after facing 24 hours of criticism, scrutiny, second guessing for his decisions in the box there at third base? He sends Jace Bowen. And
he should have.
And I was looking at it and I'm going, I don't know that he's going to get there. He was not quite to third base. Jace is really fast, but A.J. Ewing's probably out there thinking, oh, I'm going to do it again. Here we go. And this time, he was absolutely right. Jace Bowen's unbelievable. 30.2, feet per second. He was absolutely flying.
Dude, he flies.
Flying around third base, and he needed every bit of it. But Bob Henley was 100% right, and he wasn't gun shy. How hard would that? I mean, I know if it was me. I know if it was you.
If it was me,
stop.
I'm sending
you really?
Oh, dude.
I don't want to have a 4th guy thrown out at home plate.
I don't care. That's my job.
I know, but it would be tough. It would be tough not to stop him there. Because that ball was hit hard,
bro.
By Ty France.
I'm a pretty aggressive coach as far as sending my guys. Like, I'm going to make them make a play. It's a way different level. But at this level, I cannot go out there with one seed of doubt in my. I cannot. Not one of those players or coaches can have one
I get
seed of doubt.
It's hard. It's easier said than done. I agree with you in theory.
I mean, you don't send everyone.
I know, but in reality, on one that was kind of a 50-50, and you should be sending him on that play. You should be.
It's Bowen.
But it'd be tough still in your mind to get over what had happened the day before. But he did.
You have
to Bob Henley.
Flush it and go. And I loved it. And I knew when he got in, and, I had to tweet. Great send, by the way. You cannot. That game's done. It's over. It's the process that is going to serve you well down the road. And he's going to have some bad sends again, right? If you looked at Twitter, do you know what the worst third base coach on the planet is? It's Dino Ebel. And he has gotten Freddie Freeman thrown out at home. Freddie Freeman, by the way, thrown out like 25 times this year at home by 15 feet, 12 feet, 10 feet. It's a nature. And they score a ton of runs. It's just the nature of that game.
All right, we will give you some final thoughts on the game when we come back. Plus, we'll have Jesse's Incorporator, and Paulie's gathered a couple more of the calls of the Fernando Tatis Jr. Grand Slam. Well, you told me you didn't have all the calls.
I've got all the calls.
Oh, you've got them all now.
What did I say, Ben? I've got all the calls.
You got all the calls. Next on The Fan. Hour number 2 of Ben and Woods, Wednesday morning. Well, Brett Boone joining us at the bottom of the hour. Have we ever asked Booney if he had a home run robbed over the wall by someone else in an actual game?
So.
I don't remember.
Think so.
Wonder if it ever happened to him.
Have we ever asked him about Ricky?
No, I would love to talk to him about Ricky.
I could listen to Ricky stories all day long.
He will join us coming up at 7:40 this
they had
morning.
Some interaction, I'm sure.
Of course, we played in the same division.
Division.
I don't know if
Same
they were ever
team. I think
teammates.
they were in Seattle. I think they were together.
Was Ricky?
He was a Mariner
Ricky
for
was on
1
the
year.
Padres the year that Mooney was, though.
I don't know. We'll find out. If not, I'm sure he knows stories.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we were
And
talking
Booney
about.
will tell us. Some guys will be like, I can't tell you that Ricky story. I got some good ones. I can't tell you that one.
Bro,
either.
sit down with Greg Vaughn at Fantasy Camp and he wants to get some Ricky Henderson stories.
Yeah, we've
It's
asked him on the
unbelievable,
air,
dude.
and he's like, I can't tell you that one because he lived in Greg Vaughn's guest house or whatever.
They rode to the ballpark together every day. He's like, wow, dude.
Wait, what'd you do last night?
It's unbelievable, man. It's just the greatest. Greatest.
Last thoughts on yesterday's game. Want to give credit to Adrian Morejon in particular. So Bradley Rodriguez comes in the bottom of the 7th. Xander boots one. That's not the way to get started. And then the single by Terrens puts 2 on, and they go to the lefty Adrian Morejon to get presumably 5 outs in that situation. Morejon closes out the 7th by getting Lindor on a pop out and striking out Bichette. Bring him back for the 8th. Luis Robert Jr. gets him. So now it's a 2-run game at 4-2. They get the tying runs on base, and he comes through with another big strikeout to end the inning. But he worked hard.
He did.
My guess is that Adrian Morejon, they would like to give him the day off today after what he had to go through yesterday. And then in the 9th inning, Manny Machado, who we, I think, talked about yesterday, would be nice to see him
get an extra base
going. 3 hits and a home run, his 24th of the season.
He is how many from 400? Like 7 or 8 away?
He's getting close. I don't know where exactly.
I thought it was 7,
is,
and then somebody in the chat said he's 8 away, so I wasn't sure. I can look that up, though. But even I can find that stat.
I hopefully a sign that Manny is heating up because they could certainly use one of those patented Manny Machado
393, so 7 away.
7 away. Hot stretches coming up, and
I love a hot stretch.
And then Mason Miller did what Mason Miller does. Almost killed Bo Bichette.
He did. I mean, that's like, and it wasn't a. That's the tough part about Mason Miller is that, well, he's Mason Miller, but it will get away from him sometimes, right? Like it will get away, and that like 103 over the head will. You might soil yourself.
Randy Johnson, didn't have a lot of control at times, and that's like terrible. Like you're fighting for your life.
And boy, it makes that slider look so much better.
I was watching with my son, and then the next pitch was just a nasty slider for a strike that Bo Bichette was just like diving out of the way of, and we just both laughed. Like that is so unfair for him to throw 103 at your head and then have one that looks like it's coming at your head that ends up over the middle of the plate as you're cowering in fear in the batter's box. I mean,
just take it the other way, guys.
How on earth can you have any success even as a Major League Baseball player when that is in your head?
It's jarring. Like the guy hit the ball, the leadoff hitter, I think it hit the deep fly to center. I mean, deep, he was 15 feet from the wall, but it's still jarring when you see someone get a barrel on Mason Miller. Like you're like, whoa, what's wrong with Mason Miller tonight? Like it's so crazy to watch that guy pitch. So very lucky to have him.
All right. Paulie has indeed gathered all the calls of Fernando Tatis Jr.'s Grand Slam robbing catch. We heard Jesse's, which was fantastic. Do you want to play Jesse's one more time?
I was going to start with that.
Really just had the pacing and the drama of it all. Great job once again by our Jesse Agler.
I was actually texting with Jesse last night because he did get the incorporator, and we'll play that in this segment as well, but he got it in like in the 9th inning, late in the game. So I was texting him afterwards, and I said, dude, I loved your call. I was watching on TV when it happened, but I heard your call. And he goes, oh, really? Like, I appreciate that, but he goes, I don't like those calls because I can't really see what happened. It's chaotic. And I go, I had a smile on my face listening to it because of the chaos. So if you missed it in the wrap up, here's Jesse Agler last night.
Here's the 1-0. Lindor hits it in the air, deep down the right field line. Fernando all the way into the corner, at the wall, leaps up, and did he catch it? He's holding. He's waiting. He did! What a play! Yes. Fernando went up over the right field wall and took a grand slam away. Of all the robberies he's ever made, this one is the best.
That's wow. That's an amazing call right there.
And I think he played it right, because remember we had the Jackson Merrill one just a couple of weeks ago where he went over, had it in his glove.
Yes.
And then it wasn't in the glove when he came back. So you can't be 100% sure, even if you see it go into the glove, that it's still in there until he shows the baseball.
Tony,
did he catch it? He's holding. He's waiting. He did. What a play!
I like the Tony.
Into the corner. At the wall. At the wall.
Yeah, that's more than just the that we get for the well-struck baseballs.
Freaking baseball. There's nothing better, man. Nothing.
All right, let's do a little differently today. Let's compare Booth versus Booth.
Okay. Love Booth.
So you heard the radio call for the Padres. Let's go to Mets radio. Honestly, I gave this one a pretty good grade.
Here's the 1-0. Swinging a liner in the air and down the right field line. Slicing towards the corner. Tatis over. Jumps. And did he make the catch, or is it a home run?
I think he caught it, Howie. He just showed it to the umpire. He's got it.
Wow.
He robbed that home run. It was going into the first row.
Wow. He leaped over the top of the right field fence, and the reason I held up is because we didn't even get a clear signal from Edwin Jimenez for a while. But we're watching the replay now, and yep, he went way over the wall and took a grand slam away from Luis Torrens.
Well,
great call until it was actually Francisco Lindor.
Yeah.
Torrens was the batter before, so he got a little out of order. But other than that, Howie Rose with a very decent call on the radio side for the Mets.
let's go back to the Padres for the TV call. Don Orsillo, of course.
Fly ball to right field. To the corner goes Fernando. At the wall, he leaps at Fernando! Yeah! Makes the grab! Fernando up into the air, brings it down.
Just grinning from ear to ear in here, man.
I'll do this all day. And then the Mets television booth. Here's their viewpoint of everything.
And Lindor flies one down the right field line. Over toward the corner goes Tatis near the wall, leaping, and
He caught it. Oh, my God. Fernando Tatis Jr. taking a grand slam away from Francisco Lindor with a brilliant leaping catch against the fence. Oh, the two-time platinum award winner.
It's respect right there.
Yeah.
Did you hear the story about Fernando when he started learning to rob home runs? He was 10 years old, living in New York. His dad played for the Mets, and they lived in a apartment loft or something. And there was a wall in there that was taller than he was. And so he used to just pretend to rob home runs and like at home in his apartment or whatever. And he got to do it in New York on the biggest stage last night, which was just
we had about
amazing.
a 6.5, 7 foot fence in our backyard when I was growing up. And man, when we played wiffle ball, I just dreamed of the chance.
Robbing one.
God, it's got to be one that's just within like a foot of going over the wall where I can jump and grab it every time I thought about that.
With your vertical,
Yeah,
I
no
can't
problem.
even imagine how many you snatched back out in the yard.
None.
Never
But I thought about it a
Never
lot.
got the chance.
All right. So Paulie had told me
This one was tough.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get the Spanish language call, but he often obviously does, especially when Eduardo calls a great walk-off. But as Paulie pointed out, it's easy to find a walk-off because it's right at the end of the broadcast. But in Spanish,
Like
as
I
he's
can go to
going
the
through,
end, I can sift through and find where they get excited. I'm like, all right, that's the walk-off. But when
other
it's
than like listening to the whole game, how do you know where the second inning is in the broadcast?
MLB TV does not sync like the audio with the video feed when you're going back on replay. So it's just an audio file, like a bar that you can scroll through and you have to just find it. Now, they also include an hour pregame show in the broadcast. So it's like a 4-hour file. And I don't know most of the words that are being said. So I have to sift through it. But I did remember that Fernando's catch did end an inning. So I found the start of the game and just sifted 10-second skips at a time until I found a commercial break. And then I would go back a couple of seconds, and I was able to find the bottom of the second inning when Fernando Tatis Jr. did this.
Suelta el zurdo, Lindor conecta, un elevado, va al rincón peligroso, en el right field, frente al poste, salta Fernando! Y esa bola... Parece que Tatis la ha capturado, perdimos el ángulo, sí, sí, sí.
aquí de Grandes Ligas. Jugadón robando, amigos, este trueno a Francisco Lindor y elimina la entrada de los Mets.
Didn't sound like Eduardo was able to see much from his point of view.
He
at
might
all.
not have the best booth in New
Right.
York for the angle, but he did know it was dangerous because I heard him say peligroso off the bat of Lindor. Like,
Suelta el zurdo, Lindor conecta. Un elevado, va al rincón peligroso. En el right field.
Peligroso.
I do miss, though, Paulie. We used to be able to get the Korean language calls of some of these.
Yeah,
and
well,
I know we haven't had those in a long time. Did they just stop posting them or what happened?
Yeah, it's been a lot harder to find those calls. We would see them on social media when we had Ha-Sung Kim, and they were covering every game that Ha-Sung Kim played. I don't know why they don't do that for other players, but it was just Ha-Sung Kim. So it's been a lot tougher to find those calls, but I wanted to get this one in for you guys.
강공으로 땅볼 3루 찍고 2루 갑니다. 그리고 1루까지 1루에서 아웃이에요.
자, 2루.
자, 2루에서 아웃인가요? 아웃이에요. 트리플 플레이.
어떻게 이런 판단을 하죠?
말도 안 되는 엔딩이 나왔습니다. 트리플 플레이로 경기 종료.
저는 이거 제가 마차도였으면 1루로 던졌어요.
So good.
Are we sure that was the Grand Slam?
Yeah, it was a little bit muted for them.
Wood seems pretty sure.
Maybe they're Met fans.
It's possible. The
They're
Mets
the
Korean
Mets
broadcast
neutral.
of the game. Yeah. But
No, I'm just kidding, guys. That was the Korean call of the Padres turning the triple play to clinch a playoff berth
I got
in 2024. Ben was on to me.
Sounded a little off.
How do you know? Just the lack of excitement?
It just didn't sound quite right for a Grand Slam robbery. It was something exciting, clearly.
It's fair.
I got you.
All of the Korean calls that I've had saved over the years, they're either kind of muted like that, or as soon as the ball is hit, they just lose their mind.
Yeah. It's fantastic stuff, man. Great win.
타티스 타고입니다.
Yeah, there you go.
페르난도 타티스 샌디에고 최고의 슈퍼스타가 돌아왔습니다.
Incredible. Yeah. Should we be playing Sung Moon Song at short more? Maybe
Just to get more of those calls?
More of those calls, and for maybe defensive purposes at this point.
You know, Xander's been very solid most of the year, and he goes through a couple of periods.
I saw he's up there, I think, in DRS for shortstops. That guy sends out the stats every day, the league leaders and this and that. And Xander was up there. But yeah, man, it's, again, you don't need, it doesn't have to be spectacular. That's one he's got to make. In the big leagues, man, that's like a 100%er, right? Like that's one, the 6-hopper right at you, and you just boot it. It happens, but it's scary, man, because it kind of let the Mets back in.
That's the thing. It's going to happen to every shortstop in the league. At some point, you're going to boot one or two over the course of a year. We'll remember them when they happen.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, percentage-wise, his numbers are bad this year in fielding percentage or anything else, but you always remember the mistakes that he makes, which is a little frustrating. All right, before we get to Don't Do This, let's pay off our incorporator from yesterday when Jesse joined us. Paulie, if you could set it up for everybody.
All right, Ben.
All right, Paulie, just quickly, let's get to it.
Tuft hunter.
Tuft hunter, Jesse.
Tuft hunter.
It's a British slang term for a social climber or snob who tries hard to be friends with wealthy or titled people. A tuft hunter.
Tuft hunter.
That's a great word.
It's a great word. Never heard it before.
Now, I love when Jesse does this. He switched it up on us just a little bit. That is a noun, I believe. He made it into a verb.
Tuft hunting.
But we go
Gerund.
to the bottom of the 9th inning. I actually had just gotten into the car, and I was like, I haven't gotten a text from Jesse yet, but I heard this one live. Lead off at bat of the bottom of the 9th inning.
All right, Ben.
All right. Sorry.
1-0 pitch, way high, hitting 267, 8 homers, 29 runs batted in. Got the start at first base last night. Was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And Young, like Torrens, has really kind of had to scratch and claw for everything in his major league career. Never looking for attention, no tuft hunting, just trying to get there. 2-0, in the air, center field, straight away and deep. Merrill drifting back, looking for the wall, and on the warning tracker right in front of it. He's there to make the catch, one away.
Really well done.
Yeah.
They talked about Luis Torrens a little bit during the broadcast as well. And I had remembered that the Padres picked him up as a Rule 5 draft pick. Remember, they had to stash him on the roster. I didn't realize it was all the way back in 2017 when they did that. Like that
right?
was
Did we get him back after that?
I know. He went down to the minors for a year after they had had put him on the roster for the year because they had to keep him. Then he went back to the minors. Then he came back up to the Padres later. And then obviously he's moved on, and I think hit a few teams since then. But that's been almost a decade.
No, we had him in 20.
Yeah, no, he was back on the team in 20, but the first year was even earlier.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, 17.
negative war.
And then back
1,
in the
2
minors
war.
for 2 years, and then came back up in the pandemic season. So, yeah, Luis Torrens is a blast from the past, but he has been on fire lately for the Mets.
Good for him.
Andy Green's not moving him up in the lineup. Oh, that reminds me. Did we hear from Andy Green after the game, former manager of Fernando Tatis Jr., about what he did to his Mets last night?
Almost just tipped the cap to an amazing performance from an individual player over there.
Yeah, impressive and annoying. Both of those things. He's really good. Put 2 good swings on, started the game off, and there's probably enough superlatives already thrown at the robbed home run, so it's impressive.
I love it.
Impressive and annoying.
Yeah. It's him in a nutshell. He was driving.
That's what I say about. That's how I define Ben. Impressive, but annoying.
Yeah, we'd say that all about each other. I think all of us.
Andy Green's in an interesting spot. They've already told him, "You're not getting the job next year. You are simply a placeholder until we go out and hire someone in the offseason."
Maybe it's fine. Maybe he doesn't want.
Takes a little pressure off.
Takes a lot of pressure off. Yeah. What do you care? I want to win. I'm a competitor, but you're not going to give it to me anyway. If they go 35-0, they've said we're not going to give you this gig, which is tough.
If they went 35-0, they probably would.
You'd have to. You'd have to. But I mean, that way you're kind of freed up knowing, oh, my life doesn't hang in the balance here, and he'll go back to doing what he was doing before he replaced Carlos Mendoza,
farm director.
Yeah, farm
for
director,
the New York Mets.
Yeah.
So but
the AJ Preller tree stretches far and deep, my friends. The roots go deep.
Kind of weird though that they just are like so open about, hey, by the way, just so you know, don't get any ideas. Like you're not gonna be the guy.
Don't get super excited. And if you're a player, aren't you like, yeah, sure, boss. Whatever you say, pal. You're not gonna be here.
I mean, it's like in any other job, like in our job. Can you imagine like working at a radio station? Hey, our morning show, the guy, we fired him. We're gonna make you the morning show, but through the end of the year. Don't get any ideas though, because January 1, you are not going to be doing this show.
Well, look at you now.
Here,
exact same thing happened to you.
That was my job. Was just now temporary fill in while we look for the real host.
We are not going to hire you though, Ben.
Yeah, here I am.
There you are.
Speaking of old friends, Luis Torrens, Andy Green, Robert Stock, another old friend. We'll talk about the matchup today against Michael King a little bit later in the program. Baseball coverage on 97.3 The Fan is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi, one price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that. And when we come back, don't do this. Woods, it's definitely a don't do this. It's also something that you said you've probably done before yourself.
I can't say that I haven't with any certainty.
That is coming up next. Broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
All right. You got an early game today and no game tomorrow. So if you're looking for something to do on a Wednesday evening, a Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, whenever, 7 Mile Casino is open 24/7 for great card action, California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em poker, Pai Gow, and Baccarat. And Woods, just tell everybody how great it is inside 7 Mile Casino.
Well, number one, don't tell me what to do. But number two, I will, actually, because I love 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown. Friendly people. Easy parking is a big one. I mean, that's just such a big one. It's finding parking at a big casino it's panic-inducing sometimes. Yes, you pull right in, you park, you walk in, and no huge valet line or anything like that. Just walk in, go play some cards, have some lunch, have some dinner.
Yeah, it's bright, it's airy, there's windows, there's views, like a card room that can look out over San Diego Bay, the Coronado. It's absolutely gorgeous. Out on the patio is fantastic. And again, so easy to get to. It is right off the 5 freeway. You get off at E, you're already on Bay Boulevard. It's that frontage road that runs just west of the 5, and you'll see it right there. 7 Mile Casino. Make the trip today. It's just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And I will get us started with something that was causing a lot of social media consternation yesterday. I believe it started with a tweet from someone named Dave Mason from Global Sportsbook and Casino. Simply said, Little League World Series USA champ, and list the odds for all the teams to win, all the way down to Washington plus 2,500 to your favorites, California. Yeah, Sweetwater Valley Little League, the favorites at plus 200, just ahead of Texas at plus 250. And
pretty good odds, actually. I should probably get
everybody kind of lost their minds. Like, hey, we can't be gambling on Little League baseball. That's just wrong. It's just wrong, right?
Was this the thing last year or the year before that or the year before that? I feel like we probably had this conversation.
The reason I say that is because I might have done this a couple of years ago. I don't know with any certainty that I did.
But you can't sit here
and confidently get on a
didn't.
soapbox and say that I didn't do it. I can't. I think I might have. Now, you guys remember, I was, listen, it was $20 bets here and there, and the biggest I would go was like 100. So I knew what I had to spend.
Sure.
I never got deep into it, but I just remember the feeling of every day being like, well, I can't watch sports unless I got some action on it. And you guys remember, I bet on preseason football and won, by the way.
Yeah, but that's still different than
it's the NFL, right? But I'm pretty sure I did place a bet on the Little League World Series.
So
did you DM them after you lost?
Well, it was
little punks.
It was a story last year too. Front office sports reporting that they are aware that there are online sites that offer odds on Little League World Series games. They do say that licensed U.S. sports books have policies that prohibit it, but they can't stop international sports books, including Bovada, from putting odds on and taking bets on the Little League World Series.
You know what I say? I say, give me the over, no matter the juice.
All right, as Paulie, as you just mentioned, a tweet from John Anthony says, why are all these people freaking out about odds on the Little League World Series? As long as you aren't DMing the kids to go play in traffic after, who cares?
Well,
I mean,
people probably are.
That's the problematic. If you want to win or lose $20 and because you're watching it on the TV, I don't think it's going to harm humanity. It's the fact that you have some losers and degenerates who are then going to try to find the kids on social media and be mad at them is what is the problematic part about this.
It's also betting on children.
It is also
that's
betting on
pretty
children,
problematic
which
as well.
Is
Really
distasteful.
gross.
Yeah. But go Sweetwater Valley.
I'm going to give Taylor and Bo some gloves and some headgear, and we'll do a big fight in the backyard. You guys can come by and
Stream it online?
Yeah.
What are the odds? What would you say? Bo obviously is older. Taller.
He's got longer reach.
Like-
Taylor's pretty tough.
Plus,
Give me the over. No
like
matter
plus
the
250
juice.
Bo and minus 250 Bo and like plus 175. Taylor's fierce.
maybe minus 100.
Oh, so pretty even then.
Fairly even.
That's an even bet.
Yeah, I'd say.
Wow.
I'd say. With headgear and gloves and stuff, he's something.
Okay.
He's something. Neither of them super tough, so it may not last. I'd take the under on rounds.
It's gonna be
If it was
short.
2.5 rounds, I'd take the under on that.
So it's going to end in a TKO or
That's
decision? So
Probably
TKO?
a crying TKO would be my guess. No, I don't think it's real great.
Yeah.
To be betting on Little League,
Even though you may
baseball.
have done it.
I might have. I'm not saying I did, but I'm not saying I didn't. So I don't want to pass judgment on anybody. This is a crazy story that I saw. How do you say his last name? Kyrgios? Kyrgios. Tennis player, a Wimbledon finalist, Kyrgios. He has been suspended by the ITIA, the International Integrity Agency, Ben, after he tested positive for
PEDs.
No, you like PEDs.
I do.
PEDs. You said PEDs are fine. Cocaine. You love the cocaine.
You don't see a lot of
You don't.
suspensions for cocaine.
Do you know why? Because it
I
only
love the
takes
cocaine.
Yeah,
Cocaine.
it only takes like 3 days to get out of your system. So I'm sure there are lots of people that do it that don't get busted because it only takes like 3 days.
How much cocaine is a lot of cocaine?
Right. He's obsessed. So he got suspended, and this is kind of sad, man.
Cocaine.
He said it's a wake-up call for him, and he said he felt helpless and alone after injuries have kind of derailed his career. It's kind of it reminds me of like the truest one that got away is Josh Hamilton in my mind. When he got hurt and didn't have a support system around him and just started down that path and got back and then fell and then got back and then fell. His whole life had been training and playing and blah, blah, blah. And you got a little more time on your hands, and this is what happened.
So are we assuming he just got really unlucky? The testing is very random.
Yeah.
Didn't happen to know that someone would show up at his door and he's like, oh no, last night is going to come back to haunt me here.
Yeah, man. He said, it's no excuse what I did. I did it. Number one, he wasn't like, oh, I didn't do it. I don't know how this got there, which I respect that a lot.
Yeah.
He said, the injuries have taken a huge toll on me, both physically and mentally. My body hasn't been able to do what my mind expects it to do. Cocaine's not going to help that, though, by the way. It's not going to help your body recover.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Where you can play tennis again. That I can promise you. But he's going in to rehab, 28 days. He's going to step away from social media and public life while he focuses on getting himself right. So I wish him the very best.
All right, finally, some do this.
DD mega doo-doo.
And just a heartfelt congratulations on an incredibly courageous and inspiring story. Trey Mancini, who, of course, came back from colon cancer to resume his Major League Baseball career, winning AL Comeback Player of the Year in 2021, and then ended up in the minor leagues for a few years, finally got back again to the big leagues recently, had a 5-game stint with the Los Angeles Angels just earlier this month, but he says this is it. He is announcing his retirement officially from Major League Baseball, and just incredible. I've heard nothing but great stories about the kind of person that Trey Mancini is, not just because he beat cancer, but everyone just said was an unbelievable teammate, great positive guy, and an inspiration to people who he played with throughout his career.
And I can say 100% the video of him and Bobby Dickerson teaching him how to play first base because I think he was an outfielder before, and they wanted to teach him how to play some first base. And Bobby Dickerson teaching him how to play first is 1,000% my most viewed video ever. Catching the ball with your head, get your face behind the ball. I mean, it's been instrumental in my entire life. Watching that video, and Trey Mancini's in it, and I have just always thought he was a great dude. So good for him. Wish him well.
Did get a World Series ring helping the 22 Houston Astros win the title
that's
as
right.
well.
He was like a trade deadline acquisition, I think.
So congratulations and best wishes to Trey Mancini, and that is Don't and Do This for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
When we come back, it is Big League Wednesday. We will be joined by our friend Brett Boone, host of the Brett Boone podcast, all coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But first, gang, now, today, this weekend, whatever you're thinking, if you're looking for a new vehicle, I'd like to steer you in the direction down to Sedano Ford, back to school savings event at your local and veteran-owned Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Such an awesome dealership that they have. Their repair center is like the coolest place you've ever seen. It's clean, beautiful. These guys know what they're doing. Right now, you can drive off in a brand new 2026 Ford F-150 STX. It is just $349 a month. The 2026 Bronco Sport Big Ben, also $349 a month, along with the 2026 Ford Explorer Active at also $349 a month. So to sum it up for you, 3 great Ford vehicles, 1 amazing payment, just $349 a month. And you can take advantage of 0.7% APR financing plus no payments for 90 days on select new Ford models. Do not wait. These offers will not last forever. So stop by your local and veteran-owned Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Let them know Woodsy sent you down there. More details can be found at SedanoFord.com. Once again, SedanoFord.com. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Got some early Padres baseball for you this morning. 10-10 first pitch.
I just saw Ty France on MLB Network. That's cool.
Had him on live from the field, Citi Field in New York pregame.
Early turnaround for those fellas.
We got a big league Wednesday as well, though.
Yeah.
Right now, in fact, let's go out. We are joined by Odyssey MLB insider Brett Boone, host of the Brett Boone podcast, featuring weekly interviews with the most notable names in baseball. Insider calls are presented by Grainger, with professional-grade products for every industry. Grainger has you covered. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Booney, what about Fernando Tatis Jr. last night? You don't see many more individual performances impact a game like that one.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Hitting a homer, hitting another homer, robbing a homer.
Grand slam.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's cool to see Padres early in the year when they went on that run, and we kept saying this is great.
Yeah.
But how are they doing it?
Right.
And you kind of, when your home team's doing it and you're kind of wondering what, you just kind of shut up and accept it and go, don't worry about how they're doing it. They're just doing it. Then kind of reality hit with that starting rotation and the offense kind of just was dismal. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, it's been like a resurgence. The big boys are starting to pull their weight. And the trade deadline and the moves that they made, I think, really kind of propelled that clubhouse, gave them a burst of adrenaline, and they're playing really well. I mean, it's fun to watch these guys play. Now you feel like they every night they're going to win, and I don't know. We got a pretty good run going, 8-2 in their last 10, and looking like the Padres you kind of expected. Plus the new additions, and then guys in the bullpen coming. Adam, still to me, is key when you can get him back. Probably now they're looking at first of September, maybe
Probably
sometime
more like
in
mid-September, I think. Yeah,
mid-September. Yeah, I think he's still big, and the other guys, Andujar, Taylor, are they going to be back? And Musgrove, you'd love to see it. You'd love to see it. I think he's had 3 rehab starts, but I can't put my eggs in that basket because he's been off so long, and who knows what the recovery time is going to be once he gets pitching at the big league level again.
Booty, we all watch multiple sports, and you'll see in basketball, a guy will take over a game. I was just watching the Bad Boys documentary, and Isaiah Thomas on a broken ankle essentially takes over the game with 19 points in 3 minutes or something to propel them to the next round. And we see it in football all the time. You see it in soccer at times. Baseball is a little harder. There's some more guys out there, and the ball's got to be hit your way, or you got to swing at your pitch. Fernando Tatis Jr. kind of took that game over last night. I know that's happened before. You probably have done it yourself, but is there one that jumps to mind where you're like, oh, it was Griffey or Ichiro or me or whatever, like where a guy just went, oh, you're like, bro, that's like the best game I've ever seen offensively and defensively?
Well, let's talk about me. No, I'm kidding.
Let me tell you about this one time.
Let me tell you about this one time when I was really good. No, it does happen on occasion. Usually it's a prominent player. Look at the kid the other day at St. Louis.
God, that's unbelievable.
What he did? And he's gone 0 for 16.
It's the worst sport, man.
He should have retired.
I
He should have retired.
I hate it.
Not only did he hit 3 home runs, I think he hit 3 home runs in a row to start. I mean, and who does that in the history of the planet? It's a tough game, but yeah, it's you have those games once in a while where you just come back and you puff your chest out. Your teammates look at you and you go, "I was pretty good today, wasn't I?" And then hopefully the next day you can pass it on and somebody else can do it.
Yeah.
But as far as a game coming to mind, no, I don't have one as far as that really stands out above and beyond. Maybe a game I was involved in from a personal standpoint. There's been a lot of dominant performances on the other side, other teams, other games that I wasn't involved in. But maybe in Chicago. Years ago when Mike Cameron hit 4 home runs in a row
and robbed a grand slam too, right?
Was it a grand slam?
I think it was.
It might have been. I mean, but that day was just it because I got to witness it, and I've seen you hit 2 home runs in a game, and you are pretty damn good. You hit 3, that's ridiculous. 4 is a different level. That's just things that don't happen. I think that's why it's happened 12 or 13 times. But I remember after that game, and I had a pretty darn good game myself. I had a couple homers, 4 ribbies, and Cammy comes in after the game, and we just kind of made that triangle, where you kind of salute your teammate, and I'm just not worthy. I mean, it's almost like I went 0 for 4 with 3 punch-outs, seeing 4 home runs walk into the clubhouse. So that's from a dominant standpoint. I've seen that a lot of dominant pitching performances. I just a couple weeks ago we went up to Seattle, and I was talking to the big unit, Randy Johnson, and I remember finishing the conversation. Some other guys were in the conversation, and I remember they were talking about great pitchers and Maddox and Smoltz, and I said, "I'll tell you, for my money, the most dominant pitcher I ever played behind was Randy Johnson. As far as if he's on tonight, you've got no chance, and I don't care who you are on the offensive side. I don't care if you line up the all-star team. You're done tonight." He was that dominant.
Booney, who was pitching that game in Chicago? Fantasy Camp Woods? I mean, it was like 6 homers.
So he did not have a catch in that game, like a robbery or whatever.
Not. Okay.
But he did hit 4 home runs in 4 straight at-bats, 2 in the first inning, 1 in the third, and 1 in the 5th. And then in his 5th at bat, he flew out to the warning track of dead center field.
Correct. I was on first base. Oh my God. And I remember Paul Konerko was at first, and I looked at him. I said, "Paul," and Cammy got to a 3-0 count. I remember for that 5th at bat, and I looked at him. I looked at Konerko, and back then, unwritten rules were real unwritten rules. We were bombing them. 3-0 count when you have a 10-run lead, you don't swing. And I looked at Konerko. I said, "Paulie, if there's ever an exception to the rule, it's right here." He goes, "Booney, if he swings right now and hits a homer, I got no problem."
Oh, I love
it.
And
I knew Cammy was going to take, and he did. And then he got I remember it vividly. I think until Paulie goes and fact checks me. But I think 3-1, he fouled it straight back, and then 3-2, he hit a bullet to right field. It was a line drive, and it went over my head. I'm at first, and I knew right when he hit it. I said, "That ball's hit good, but that's going right to the warning track. That's not a homer," and it did. So he came probably as close as anybody ever, because 5's never been done to hitting 5. But it was a pretty special day. Like I said, I was sitting there with a couple of homers in my pocket, 4 ribbies, and after the game, I'm looking at him like, I stink.
Yeah,
I'm horrible. It's kind of your day. So anyway,
I'm reading about that game right now, and you're being a little modest. First pair of teammates to ever go back to back in the same game twice.
That's
Booney and
so
Cameron.
Cool, man.
You guys went back to back twice.
I think in the same inning.
Oh, same inning. Both in the first inning. You hit 2 in the first. He hit 2 in the first.
Correct.
That's insane.
And then I punched out. And then I punched out again So I'm like 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs, and I'm not getting on base for Mike.
What was the final score?
He's got 4 homers. He's got 4 ribbies because I hit 2 homers and then I didn't. I did reach base. I think I walked my last bat and when he lined out. I don't know what the final score was.
What was the final score, Paulie?
13-1, I believe.
Good Lord.
So still -10 run differential when combined with yesterday's Mariners game that they lost 22-0.
Oh my God, 22. But when you see a score like that nowadays, you just know it turned into the
position player pitching.
Player went into the game in the 6th. I don't know. They need to be able to change that. I don't think you can throw out the position player too early anymore. They should leave that for the 9th.
I think they did. It was the 8th. You can't bring him in until the 8th, and you're down 10. I think is the rule, and they did. And,
okay.
Rivas gave up 8 in the 8th or something, or 9. It was crazy. Brett Boone is with us on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking. It's better. Just to keep it on the same topic, do you remember ever having a home run actually robbed from you? And if so, who was it? What was your reaction?
Robbed from me.
Yeah, someone went over the wall, took one away from you.
Devon White took a couple away from me.
That's good, man.
If I had to argue, I'd say Steve Finley took one away from me.
Yep.
Jermaine Dye, 100% took one away from me in right field. And I had 2 taken away from me by umpires, but 1 given. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Home run in Montreal. I hit the fair pole. They called it foul. And then I hit the next pitch up against the wall and hit off the guy's glove for a double. They called it an error. So I went from a homer to an 0 for 1. I had an inside
error? Ouch.
Yes. I had an inside the park home run that I was clearly safe in Milwaukee. It would have been my second homer of the game. He called me out. I was safe. And then the last one, Wrigley Field. I had a great day there. I had 2 home runs. I came up my last at bat. I hit a bomb foul. 5 feet foul. I turned around, walked back to home plate. The umpire starts waving home run. I run around the bases. It was so foul. And back then they didn't have replay. I'm sitting in the dugout tapping my feet. As soon as they announce the next hitter, it's over. It's in the books. They announced the next hitter. It was unbelievable. And it was so foul. The next day I get to the park, I get announced. I come to the plate and the whole crowd stands up and starts yelling, fair ball. And it's unbelievable.
That's incredible.
Yes, those are my quick stories of robberies. But I don't know, Paulie, figure out who robbed me. I think the ones I named are pretty accurate. I'm getting older, but I think it's pretty accurate.
We were talking. We got a few minutes left with Booney here. Just a quick. We made the comparison of Fernando to Ricky Henderson Jr. Fernando Tatis Jr. to Ricky Henderson because of the flair that they played with. They were just incredible leadoff hitters,
talent to back it up.
Any Ricky stories that you like?
You crossed paths. You were on the Padres the year he was on the Mariners, and he went to the Mariners when you went to the Padres, or something like that. So did you get a lot of time with Ricky?
Ricky was one of those guys. No, I played against him a little bit, never played with him. And one of those guys I couldn't stand. I was kind of a jerk myself. No, not really. I was a fake jerk. Everybody thought I was. But I played against Ricky quite a bit, and he rubbed me wrong. I respected the hell out of him, and I thought, this is a great player. But it just bugged me the way he went about his business and this and that. I fast forward, good buddy of mine, still to this day, Trevor Hoffman, and me and Trev were on a trip one time, and he says, Booney, I just want to tell you, I know you don't like Ricky that much. He said, he's one of the best, if not the best teammate I've ever had. I said, really? And for Trevor to say that, he's kind of a low key. Trevor's not a showboat guy, And he goes, he's one of the best teammates I've ever had. I started to hear that around. Fast forward, I'm working with the A's years later. We're at instructional ball, I think, and Ricky is a special assistant. I'm a special assistant. I had one of the funnest 3 to 4 weeks, I forget how long I was there, with Ricky Henderson, getting to know him. First time we hung out. And love him. Rest in peace. But what an awesome guy. And all these stories you just don't know. When you play against guys, you love to hate them from afar. And then you get to know them, and they're really good guys. Ricky's one of those guys, one of the greatest players ever, but just had me cracking up every day. Because you hear about the stories that he talks about himself in first person. I'm sure he did. But out in the third person. But it's one of those things. He didn't take himself too serious. It was all a shtick. It was all fun. I remember goating him into throwing BP because I said, Ricky, if I throw BP, you got to throw BP. He's out there working on his BP. He was a pleasure, and he was a great guy. And that's like I said, when you play for a lot of years, you look at the other team, and sometimes you don't like the way the guy walks or the way he talks, and you get to know him, and it's like, oh, that's why I hated meeting pitchers over the years. It's like I hated those guys.
Forever.
And then I'd be at a golf event in the winter, and I'd meet him, and I'm like, son of a bitch, he's a good guy. I shouldn't have met him because it took away my edge.
Yeah, ruined your image. Love it, man. Thank you, Booney.
Booney, great stuff as always. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you next Wednesday.
Thanks, guys.
That was Odyssey MLB insider Brett Bone, brought to you by Grainger with professional-grade products for every industry. Grainger has you covered. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. I mean, Ricky loved baseball so much that he played for the San Diego Surf Dogs after his career was over for Terry Kennedy, just because he loved playing baseball. I mean, he wasn't making any big money or anything. It was a terrible team, and he still wanted to keep playing.
I love it.
Unbelievable. All right, we'll come back. We really only have like an hour left until we turn things over to Sammy Levitt, but he will be in studio. We'll also play some Take on Woods, and we got some audio for you in our reset from Detroit again that we need to play. All coming up with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. We'll be right back.
2/3 ish of the way home here on Ben and Woods this morning. Going to get like a 3-ish hour show today, 3-ish hour show tomorrow, plus a roundtable. Looking forward to that. Right? Roundtable tomorrow? Yeah.
Yes, we have our
Epic
special
Wings.
guest tomorrow.
Who is it tomorrow?
Tony Gwynn Jr.
Former big league ball player.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
You might remember him from such afternoon programs as the Gwynn and Chris Show.
I really enjoy when Tony comes in.
I do too. I'm also
You don't
somewhat
have to lie.
somewhat
You know you don't
unnerved
enjoy
when
it.
Tony gets in. But
The look of disdain that he has when Vince asks a question, he gives it like I sit next to him, so he goes like.
I see it.
The eyes.
I see it. Yeah.
The eyes just shoot back in the head.
I can hear Ben. Now I'm going to push back on that just a little bit.
Just a little
Tony,
bit.
or
Tony's
something.
like, really? Okay, let's go. It's so good.
I try to be respectful still.
I know.
He is a big leaguer.
Yep, 100%. 100%. I am Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Ben Higgins is your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. I wanted you to decipher something for us, the lay people out there.
Because I'm not only your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, also your friendly neighborhood news anchor.
That's right.
I'm anchoring on Friday night.
Oh, are you?
again at Channel 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there was another clip. Now, we played the clip earlier in the week that happened in Detroit. And they were talking about a television show, and they all started laughing when it
was like Outlast or Alone or something.
Yeah,
And
and she said, they have to find their own food, and beaver is like the hot commodity. Would you eat beaver? And it was just the funniest thing. That was in Detroit, like Wake Up Detroit or something.
Good day, Detroit.
Good day, Detroit. So I saw this.
And if you
yesterday.
can provide yourself with food, and again, they're ice fishing because everything is frozen, and you're looking for fat in the beaver.
Yeah.
The beaver is the beaver is the most sought after.
It is.
Always has been.
Always will be.
Always will be.
Ryan, do you think you could eat beaver? It's fat and then it's meat.
It made them all sick, though. They all got sick after it.
So we played that, earlier in the week or sometime last week, maybe. That was on Good Day Detroit on Fox 2.
And then
this is also from Fox 2.
This is
really
same station?
Yes.
Holy cow.
I wasn't sure until I went back and saw the Beaver clip that we just played. Both from Fox 2, the same station.
Can I say this is no offense to Channel 10, this is the greatest television station on the planet because they are providing us with reams and reams of content. But we got a little we had a couple of women that were really they're not upset, or they are upset with each other, and they're probably not friends at work. Listen to this, Benny.
Host and producer.
Yeah, I think it's the anchor who is recording some promos or PSAs.
Correct.
And then there's either a producer or like a floor director
back in the background
who is trying to coordinate her teleprompter behind the scenes.
It's like one of those sweepers, like coming up tonight at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Check this.
I'm going to have to do that again. What's up, Trace?
I think you're in
I am. I'm in Amy's script, the Amy's Angels one. There was the second thing didn't make sense, so I was just trying to fix that part. And
like we're still working.
I know, but I didn't have time because we have to do this, so I was still reading it.
Oh God.
See, I mean, I can't wait for you to go through them all, and then I go through them because then I'm already getting ready by then. But this time we had to do the PSAs, so finish what?
What I was trying to say.
Okay, because Sean just came in here and said something about marking off. Go ahead. I don't think you are. You're walking out really angry.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Pete.
What? What the hell's going on over
Can I please finish what I'm going to say? What the fuck? Grow up.
Grow up. Holy does this happen in the newsroom, Ben?
With Kimberly Hunts? No way.
Never.
Much too classy. So I was trying to decipher what they were talking about. And as far as I can...
I'm so done with her antics, telling on me every 5 seconds. I'm done.
Seem like they have a bit of a rivalry somehow. As far as I can tell, when you've got scripts in the teleprompter, only one person can usually go in and make changes at a time. And if something's messed up and one person's in there and's got it locked out, and she was trying to make changes and was getting frustrated with the producer or the the floor director at the same time.
Yeah.
They clearly had some sort of mix-ups in the past.
Jeez, Pete.
This would usually be a fairly minor, like technical glitch. There shouldn't be that big of a deal. So there's something simmering beneath the surface.
I like that she says, "Can I finish what I was going to say?" She goes, "Finish what? What I was going to say." And then she starts walking out of the room. Well, you're walking out of the room. Oh my God. Listen, it can get heated at times in here and everywhere when you're in a room locked in, you're trying to get the job done. And I can see the frustration if you're reading a teleprompter and someone's editing it as you go. You're like, I really love Super Sure Insurance, my favorite insurance. And Paulie's editing it as I'm trying to read it. Yeah. Like it would make me mad. That was spicy, though. Jeez, Pete's is fantastic.
Well,
though.
and it gave me an idea because, this year we're doing the incorporated
Pete.
Jesse alphabetically. But maybe next year we can just have like
Slang?
exclamation and slangs. Like you have to work Jeez
Pete's
into tonight's
Pete.
There's a lot of slang he probably wouldn't
Right.
do.
No, it had to be clean slang, like Jeez Pete's. I can use that one. Even I am okay with Jeez Pete's.
It's fantastic.
She may be anchoring in Detroit, but my feeling is there's more of kind of a Minnesota vibe.
No, that's how
there.
they talk in Detroit.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
you hear the guy.
Detroit too?
There was a guy in the background that goes, "What the hell's going on in here?" It's all connected.
Chicago,
it's
Detroit,
all,
Minnesota.
The Midwest came out at the end there.
Yeah.
I'm so done with her antics, telling on me every 5 seconds.
Telling on me.
What the hell's going on in there? It's very
Jeez,
Midwest.
Pete.
Jeez, it's like every girlfriirlfriend I dated in college sounded just like that, by the way.
Jeez, Pete.
Everyone. They all sounded exactly like that. Hey, how are you? I'm great. I'm great. You going to class? Yes. No, actually, I'm not going to class today. All right. Call me when you get home. It's identical.
And McKee says, my coworkers use cheese and rice.
Cheese and rice is good. I like that. That's a good one. So that was really fantastic. So I'm glad that you were able to discern what it was. There was another moment that we needed to get to today for sure. We need to talk about. We had to shout out to his family for, I think, honestly, man, like when we were growing up, Benny, and MTV was so popular, one of the bands that you saw on there the most was ZZ Top. You couldn't get away from ZZ Top when you were a kid. Every girl's crazy about a sharp dress, right? So you had Sharp Dress Man. You had all of their hits were huge, and they were huge on MTV. They had that.
I'm pretty sure
cool
I was
car.
I'm pretty sure I was of legal drinking age before I could even tell you another song of ZZ Top other than Sharp Dressed Man.
Man, they got so many huge
We
hits.
play a few of them on our show.
LaGrange just got paid. Legit, one of the best American bands. But their drummer Frank Beard passed away yesterday, Ben, at the age of 77, I do believe. And I saw you smirk a little bit, and I'm thinking the same thing that you're thinking. Many, many years ago on Ben and Woods, we discovered that you could take our friend Ben and break him with usually the corniest joke of all time. And he couldn't control himself.
The cornier, the better.
Once he started laughing, it was completely over. And we found this phenomenon fascinating. And then I've spent the last, probably 7 years since, 6 or 7 years, trying to do that, to break you. Because when you break, you break.
And most people know ZZ Top, their band, famous for a lot of them have long beards.
Billy and Dusty Gibbons had the long
But Frank
beard.
Beard did not.
He did not have a beard.
Which is kind of ironic about the whole thing.
Right.
Which I wasn't really thinking of when we got into this conversation a few years ago.
Good bits today, guys.
All right, I see the
Ellie
phone.
says, ZZ Top, so disappointing. They looked bored.
They look beard.
They look beard. They look beard.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we got it.
We got him.
They look
You kidding me? He did. How did that get you so much?
Can you just do the boomer bulletin while I get up?
Boomer bulletin.
I mean,
it's not that funny. It looks weird.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Like the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know him.
We just double up on the boomer bulletin tomorrow.
Yeah, fine.
I don't want to miss this.
No.
No, just Young is coming up.
Look at him.
What?
Just from that joke.
We gotta get to Jesse Young.
So I said Dusty Gibbons, Dusty Hill, and Billy Gibbons and Frank Beard. And now I believe only Billy is left. He's still going.
Yeah.
Man.
You're not. This isn't on a loop, Polly. This is the actual length of time that I laughed.
Minute and 55 seconds.
This is his reaction when I told him Frank Beard died also yesterday. That was the exact same reaction. Yeah. He thought it was hysterical. So you know how we do it on this show. Yep. Ben, did you hear Frank Beard passed away from ZZ Top? No. Ben, I don't know if you heard me. He passed away. He's gone. Oh, no. What is your problem? Yes, beard. Frank Beard from ZZ Top. Yes, he didn't have a beard, actually. He had a mustache.
You're unbelievable.
You're incredible. You know how we do it.
And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
Boom. Frank Beard, 77 years old.
Give Me All Your Lovin'.
Oh, it's a great song.
That's my favorite ZZ.
That's your
Top
favorite?
song.
I like LaGrange and Just Got Paid. And, of course, I like
Legs.
Tush. No. You're
Tush,
a leg guy?
both Tush and Legs.
I'm a Tush guy.
You actually can pick either one.
Yeah, it's I didn't like Legs.
No other body part songs for ZZ Top.
It's like anything. Yeah, but they have another one that's called Boobs. It's really good. She's got boobs. Those are the like Legs, Sharp Dressed Man. They play them every 15 minutes. So you're like, I hate these. And then you hear like the legit ZZ Top, nasty.
They also made a cameo in one of my favorite movie franchises of all time, playing the Old West Band in Back to the Future Part 3.
You actually watched Part 3.
I did watch Part 3 because it was my favorite movie series of all time. So I wasn't going to miss that. And you had ZZ Top actually in the movie.
Pretty legit, man. Pretty legit piece of our childhood, certainly so. Shout out to his family, indeed.
And before we get to Take on Woods, which is coming up in just a couple of minutes, you said you had one more Taylor story.
No, I'll save it.
With that one?
I'll save it. Thought we were going to break.
No, we can't.
No, we got like 3
We got to go 3 more minutes here.
Because you've been blowing the clock
Exactly.
so badly.
Adam has come down on me hard about being a little more accurate on our
only got
clock.
3 more minutes. Surely there's something from your life you'd like to discuss.
Well, we could get to the MLB reach around right now if you'd like.
Oh, I just almost had a stroke. Go ahead.
You want to do it quickly here?
Take it out,
Just
sure.
Get right to it.
3
All right,
minutes.
Paulie, you got to
Give it
find the
to
open.
me.
We do a fast-paced version.
They're doing the
Reach around.
They're doing the
Reach around.
Everybody's doing the
Reach around. This is why I do my notes. I can actually fill about 3 minutes with baseball scores for you. Mentioned earlier, Phillies were winners again yesterday, 6-4 of the Marlins. 5 straight. They're playing good baseball right now.
Just
Padres
as
still
anti-predicted.
a game behind Philly for the second wild card. But the Diamondbacks lost 9-4 to the Red Sox. So the Padres now 2 up on the Red Sox, or 2 up on the Diamondbacks. They are 3 up on the Cardinals, who won again yesterday, 3-0 over the Reds. Mason Wynn broke a scoreless tie with a solo home run in the 5th inning. And the Marlins are now 4 games back of that last wild card spot. Shohei Ohtani hit his 3rd home run in 2 days, 2-run shot, his 30th, as the Dodgers beat the Rockies 7-6. Mentioned with Booney, the Brewers' 22-0 win over the Seattle Mariners. It was the largest margin of victory in a shutout since 1887.
Am I losing my mind? I saw people dragging Julio Rodriguez online for catching the ball, forgetting how many outs there were, and throwing it into the crowd. They were down like 18
it was
runs.
going to be 20-0 after
Dude,
the sack
come
fly.
on.
That made it 21-0 instead of 20-0.
Okay, big mistake by Julio. Really put the game out of reach. Like it's such a weird. Like it's 18-0. He's probably been out there for half an hour. By the way, why is Julio Rodriguez playing center field in an 18-0?
I said that before the show. I was like, great point.
Why?
Like,
Why is he there?
It's okay not to be locked into a 19-0 game.
I
at
couldn't
that
agree
point.
more. I could not agree more. And somebody's crashing their car right now. But like, why is he out there? And I'm certainly you're not going to put that blame on him. That's all I saw on social media. Not the pitchers that gave up 18 runs to that point. Let's blame Julio. It was very odd.
Pirates beat the Tigers 4-1. O'Neal Cruz a 2-run homer. Yankees got a go-ahead 2-run single from Trent Grisham in a 3-1 win over the Orioles. Angels got a nice pitching performance from George Clausen. 7 innings, 1 hit, and a 3-1 win over the Astros. Rangers are back in a playoff spot in the American League thanks to a 5-0 win over the Nationals. Cal Quantrill, 7 shutout innings. Josh Bell hit a 2-run homer for the Twins and a 4-1 win over the Braves. Alejandro Kirk went deep for the Blue Jays. Of course, his nephew going to be pitching for Sweetwater Valley likely tomorrow. They doubled up the Rays 10-5. Guardians over the Giants 8-1. Joe Adell hit a 455-foot home run in that one. Bobby Witt Jr. walk-off single in a 3-run ninth for the Royals to beat the A's 4-3. And in the late game, after an hour-and-a-half rain delay, the Cubs got their second straight walk-off win, beating the White Sox 4-3. There's your quick MLB reach around.
Murakami, another bomb.
He did. All right, we'll come back, play a little Take on Woods. We got 2 categories left. Chance to instant win.
We haven't talked about it yet. We got a Padres lineup, too. We can bring
the
in
Luke
next
Combs
segment.
tickets. We've got all that coming up next. If you want to be our contestant, 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. Take on Woods coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
Call 1-800-GAMBLER, GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
First, another chance for us to tell you about 7 Mile Casino, our place to play cards. You can make it yours as well, and all you have to do, if you're downtown San Diego, is hop on the 5 freeway. We have timed this before, by the way, from Petco Park. Got there in exactly 7 minutes.
Well, I did, and Paul did.
Well, I missed the exit the first time.
Correct. So you were more like
I was like 9 minutes.
9 minutes.
That really wasn't bad at all.
Which is still very good.
Very, very good.
Very good.
Easy to get to. And once you get there, you're going to find a really nice place. Woods.
Oh, it's a delight, my friend. You got California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, and Baccarat, certainly. You've got good food, friendly dealer, smoke-free environment as well. Check it out for yourself. You will not be disappointed. 7 Mile Casino. It's just 7 minutes from downtown.
Enough.
right, player. This is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour, 97.3 The Fan, is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans for 20 years. The baseball season is in full swing, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for 20% off new service plans in 2026.
I would have you over to go swimming on the weekend.
But you don't have a pool.
I know. If I had a GL pool.
I can't go in the house, but I'd be allowed in the backyard to go swimming.
Swim party?
Got it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Sure.
You a good swimmer?
Yeah. Yes, I am a good swimmer.
Your voice went up when he said it.
Yeah, he goes, yeah.
Swimmer. I mean, like not a competitive,
no, but like
lap swimmer, but I can much.
You're not a golden retriever when you get in there. Okay.
You fall off the pier.
You're
you won't
okay.
drown.
I'm comfortable in the water.
Okay.
Yeah. Comfortable in the water.
All right. What's your favorite stroke?
Breaststroke.
Just the head above water?
Yeah.
You know what's really hard is butterfly. It's
so hard. The butterfly is tough.
I'm good for about
and it's the
7 seconds.
It's the kick even more than the arms, the legs together.
Impossible.
And the stroke. Backstroke is fun, but I always worry about hitting my head on the side of the pool.
you don't know where you're going. You don't have eyes in the top of your head.
Yeah, I always wonder when they're going so fast on the backstroke. They have those like lane flags, and they got to know, okay, we're getting close here, about to make that, and I can't do a flip turn.
Oh, I can. I
would always
wall.
veer left or right and start going into the other lane.
Yeah, it'd be fun to have a Ben and Woods pool party at some point.
Winter Water Olympics or something.
Yes, love it.
We will have Sammy Levitt check in as he gets ready for his Eco Water SoCal pregame show in just a little bit. And I want you to think about this question. From a Mets fan perspective, was what Fernando Tatis Jr. did rude yesterday in slow rolling the catch at the end? And that was on purpose, obviously. But how mad are you if you're a Mets fan?
I mean, I'm mad if I'm a Mets fan, but I'm not mad at Fernando Tatis Jr.
Okay.
I'm mad at the rest of the guys on the team for playing like absolute ass most of the season.
We'll play the highlight again from Jesse and talk about it at the bottom of the hour. Right now, though, it is time to play today's game. Let's get to it. Let's take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and we got Andrew as our contestant today. Andrew or Andy, what do you prefer?
Andrew's great.
Andrew is good.
That, but whatever you guys want to go with.
Andrew's fine by me. Andrew, you will have a chance to either beat or tie Woods and win instantly a pair of tickets to the Luke Combs concert. Going to be a huge show at Petco Park next June 26th. Ticket info at lukecombs.com. But if you don't win, we are going to throw out those tickets to the rest of the Tier 1. So unfortunately, they're all cheering against you, but you've got the opportunity in one of these two categories remaining this week. Movies. The Final Frontier, movies with the word space in the title, and TV, from Bait Boy to Bait Man, Jason Bateman television series from youth to adulthood. So, would you like to play movies or TV today, Andrew?
I think we're going to have to go with movies.
Movies. I will save Jason Bateman for Friday. Play some real or fake tomorrow. Your category is 5 movies that include the word space somewhere in the title. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First questions are 2-second movie clip. Paul, you'll play you the clip, and you have to identify that movie. Did I send you the clip, Paulie?
I've got the clip.
All right, great. We are ready to go. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Again, the category, The Final Frontier, space is the word we're looking for. Andrew, good luck. Let's take on Woods.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
2001 Space Odyssey.
Correct. Mel Brooks is the force behind which 1987 sci-fi? Correct. Peter Gibbons works at Initech and hates his boss, Bill Lumberg, in which 1999 Correct. Dennis Quaid plays a test pilot who is miniaturized and accidentally injected into a grocery store clerk played by Martin Short, in which 1987 Correct. An aging Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, and James Garner are tasked with preventing an old Soviet satellite from firing missiles at the Earth, in which 2000 film?
Oh my gosh, I know this one.
An aging Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, and James Garner are tasked with preventing an old Soviet satellite from firing missiles at the Earth, in which 2000 film?
10 seconds.
Ran through the first 4.
I can't recall that one. Dang it.
Ooh. I know it might still be good enough, but the answer, Space Cowboys.
I don't know if Woods is going to get the first one.
Inner Space might be tough.
I think he gets that
miss
one.
I don't know. I think this is definitely winnable for Andrew. Let's bring Woods back in. We'll give him the category. Movies today, Woods. The category is called The Final Frontier.
Final Frontier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays our 2-second clip. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Andrew.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Close Encounters.
Incorrect. Mel Brooks is the force behind which 1980. Correct. Peter Gibbons works in Initech and hates his boss, Bill Lumberg. in which
Space.
Correct. Dennis Quaid plays a test pilot who's miniaturized and accidentally injected into a grocery store clerk played by Martin Short, in which 1987 sci-fi comedy?
It's the tip of my tongue. Come back to it.
An aging Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, and James Garner are tasked with preventing an old Soviet satellite from firing missiles at the Earth, in which 2000 film?
Deep Impact.
Incorrect. Dennis Quaid plays a test pilot who's miniaturized and accidentally injected into a grocery store clerk played by Martin Short, in which 1980.
Inner Space.
Yes, very good. That got you a 4-3 loss.
Doesn't matter.
At the end.
Bummer.
Because Andrew, congratulations. You have won the Luke Combs tickets. Hang on the line. Yes, space was the word, and you missed 2001 A Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey.
I can't do that, Dave.
I never saw it.
Never saw 2001 A Space Odyssey.
No.
I'm sorry, Dave.
What was the last
I'm
one?
afraid I can't do
Space
that.
Cowboys.
Space Cowboys. I haven't even heard of it.
Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones go up as astronauts, even though they're like 80.
I never heard of it.
The tomatoes are out in the chat.
Good.
As
For good reason.
Woods fails today.
It was kind of a hard sell that Tommy Lee Jones was fighting aliens and Men in Black like 5 years before that.
He was great in that.
He was.
He was awesome.
Yes.
All right. Well,
I love
congratulations.
Interspace, by the way.
That was one of my favorites, like VCR rentals.
Amazing.
Like Blockbuster must have rented that like 15 times.
It's
when I
so
was a
funny.
kid.
Meg Ryan.
I remember seeing it a bunch when I was a kid. I don't remember anything about it. It's weird.
Go back and watch it, dude. I think you would like.
It still holds
so
up?
good. Yeah, really funny.
He like connects his little ship to the optic nerve so he can see what Martin Short sees.
Yeah, I completely forgot that movie. Damn it, that was a hard one today for me. It's throw your tomatoes at
All
me.
right. Well, we'll have a TV category on Friday and some real or fake tomorrow to give away some more Luke Combs tickets. When we come back, though, we'll get you ready for early Padres baseball, little Sammy Levitt, and more. Talk a little more Fernando Tatis Jr. as well with Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, SDFatLoss.com is the way I lost 40 pounds in 60 days, and I've kept that weight off. How is that possible, you might ask? I didn't really think it was. When they told me about the program, I was a little skeptical. I can lose up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of my body weight in just 2 months without any exercise. Come on. But no, I did. And I actually was okay with it because I was eating things that I liked. I did not have to eat any shakes or bars. It was just a lot of chicken for me, some steak, some fish, and I lost the weight fast. It changed my metabolism, which then helped me keep the weight off. They will explain all this and how it works if you sign up for a free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. They don't want you to be reliant on the GLP-1 injections. I get it. That's appealing. It sounds like the easy way, but you're going to lose muscle. Your metabolism's going to go down, and you probably will gain the weight back if you ever stop taking the expensive injections. So why not try this? And if you do try it this summer, for 97.3 The Fan listeners, take $200 off the program. Find out how it works. Sign up today. Go to SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
He just, oh, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Leaps up and did he catch it? He's holding. He's waiting. He did. What a play! Fernando went up over the right field wall and took a grand slam away. Of all the robberies he's ever made, this one is the best.
People have already turned it into a GIF and a meme. It is cold, though. I mean, what are you going to use that for? Like, what's the moment that the Fernando GIF comes out? Him staring.
What's the GIF? Him staring? Or is it the
with
flip?
hat and
Him
then the
staring.
flip? Like, I think if it's a GIF, you got to get the
flip,
like the stare, the weight, and then the ball flip out of the glove. Which, if you hear, there's a couple of TikTok videos that were taken like live.
Yes.
And you hear the Mets crowd just groan so much when he flips the ball out of his glove at the last second. Jake knew he caught it, but no one else seemed to be sure until Fernando popped that ball out of his glove into his hand.
God, sharp.
And it's like he knows there's a camera close up on him there.
Yeah.
And he's just playing it up. Yeah, playing it up for the TV cameras and the crowd. And he enjoyed disappointing all those people in New York.
It's the greatest. I mean, it's just the greatest when you can do that on the road, and especially it's a grand slam. This wasn't your just run of the mill. Like, oh, now we got a tie ball game. Like, Padres probably lose that game. I mean, who are we kidding? Like, they probably lose that game.
Absolutely.
Here's that cell phone video with the
you can hear and listen in the
audio of the
background.
crowd,
This was taken from somewhere behind home plate. Had the camera rolling, and you hear the audio of the near home run. Wait. Oh. And everyone's so disappointed that he actually came up with that baseball.
Good call, Glenn. Glenn says, well, we all know that the mysterious Tatis trade rumors to the Yankees will be doubled in the offseason. Yeah, I had to drag Barry Bloom a little bit on Twitter.
You love bookmarking things to bring them up later.
I didn't even do this. Somebody else had retweeted it into my feed. And I read it and I go, holy cow, man. Like you couldn't. And I said, Barry, Fernando Tatis Jr. has been proving you wrong since he got in the league. We all remember, Tatis replying to Barry years ago, yeah, we'll talk in September, man. And he was getting on him again this year. And he said something that really bugged me. He said, Fernando Tatis Jr. made Peter Seidler sign him to that long-term deal. It wasn't even Peter Seidler, was it? Was it?
I mean, he was owner.
He was
part.
Yeah, but it was Ron Fowler. As well.
But like he's like he made him do that. Like Tatis went in, was like, you better sign me to this long-term deal right now. And he continues to prove him wrong year after year.
You remember that holdout that Fernando did until he got his contract?
Yeah, remember that? Remember when he pitched a fit about? No, he didn't do anything.
He didn't say anything at all.
So I don't know, man. And again, the doubling down he's waiting for him to like have a really down year. He can be like, see, I told you, buddy. He's got like a decade of great play and electric behavior. He's an electric baseball player. Admit you were wrong. This is why people hate old media, because they can never say, you know what? I missed that.
That's my bad.
That's on
I'm gonna
me.
go ahead and delete this. I don't want that. Yeah, exactly.
That's screwed up. That's why people don't like these.
Well,
these guys.
I think for those people who wanted to have the hot take that Fernando Tatis Jr. isn't all that hot, or he's too expensive. The first couple of months of the season, they started getting a little frisky again.
That was their Super Bowl.
Was their Super Bowl.
Okay, here he's proven us right finally. We can now rub it in everybody's faces who believed in Fernando Tatis Jr. And then, of course, he has gone off here in the second half.
He's been great. And, listen, there's no guarantee that that's going to continue for the next 35 games. None whatsoever. But to see where he was and to see where he is now, how do you not give that guy all of the credit for persevering and staying in it? And
he's looking like an MVP in the second half.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So I think it's such a good reminder for all of us. It's a long season. And when we're saying it's a long season, or if you feel as a fan, it's a long season, it's because it is. It doesn't make you a shill. It just means that you know baseball, and baseball's a long year, and it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Kind of in the same vein earlier when we were talking about Tatis in our 6 o'clock hour, I think. I don't remember who said it in the chat, but somebody does. I'm just glad. I think we can finally put all the body language and Fernando's attitude stuff to bed. And I
didn't see any this year.
I couldn't disagree more, because I think the next time he slumps, we're going to see it again.
No,
we see it all the time.
It's
the next
crazy,
time he goes, has a 1 for 24 week or something, and be like, look at this guy. He doesn't even want to be out there. It's just, I hate it.
I do think Angelo's right. Ron Fowler was the controlling owner when Manny Machado signed, but by the time they signed the extension, Ron had stepped out and Peter had taken control of the team.
So Peter's the one that Fernando held hostage until he got the deal that he wanted. Yeah. It's just such a joke, man.
So,
crazy.
As Paulie mentioned, and I have not seen it yet, there is a lineup out. How would Woods feel if Craig Stammen thought this is another opportunity to get Tatis back-to-back days off?
Oh, no.
And not put him in the lineup day game after a night game? That is not the case. Fernando Tatis Jr. is in the lineup and leading off for your San Diego Padres.
Lay it on me.
Jake Cronenworth will bat second, play second base. Manny Machado getting another DH day, hitting third. Ty France cleaning up again. He's just locked in as the cleanup hitter now for the Padres and playing first base. Jackson Merrill batting fifth in center field. Luis Rengifo will move up to the sixth slot and play left field. Luis Camposano behind the plate, batting seventh. Xander Bogaerts, your shortstop, batting eighth, and Sungmoon Song will play third base and bat ninth today for your San Diego Padres against old friend Robert Stock, who is not the same pitcher that we remember back in 2019, 2020, I think, with the San Diego Padres, when he was just a guy who tried to throw as hard as possible and had no idea where it was going. But he could hit 100 on the radar gun. You won't see that today. You'll see more in the 96, 97 range, trying to be more of a pitcher, added a little more of a repertoire. Now, the results on the major league level have been great. He's got an ERA over 6.
He's 36 years old.
Yeah.
Last kind of grasp at the brass ring, even though he's not going to get a brass ring with the Mets, but he's pitching in the big leagues today, and he's persevered, man. He's been around. His story is really cool. He's a great dude. I mean, I hope he gets crushed today, but yeah, he's a 5-pitch pitcher, so this is one that you want to get.
And you got Michael King on the mound, so you're hoping for a good performance by Michael King. Padres need to win this game, not only to win the series, but to have a winning road trip. I think we both said, 3-3 road trips aren't bad, but 4-2 road trips are definitely
damn good,
better. And you'd love to come home with a day off tomorrow and a little bit of momentum. You'll hear more about the matchups, including the pitching matchup, coming up on the Eco Water SoCal pregame show, which is just about 20 minutes away from starting. But joining us right now to discuss it a little early is our pre- and post-game show host, Sammy Levitt. Good morning, Sammy.
Right, Mike?
There we go. Now we got you. Hi, buddy.
How we doing, everybody?
Good. Congratulations on
what?
2 million.
Oh, thank you.
Followers on TikTok or Instagram?
Just more people to leave mean comments, bring down my self-esteem.
We talked about that. That's too many.
Make fun of my hairline,
It's
make
too
fun
many.
of my forehead.
That's the
anything
thing.
they can pick at, they take.
I mean, think about that. 2 million is more than the population of the entire city of San Diego.
Sammy, that's bananas. Bananas.
Well, thank you.
At what cost, though?
And by the way, most people are very nice.
Don't let it affect your mental health.
Most people are very nice. So you get, 700,000 nice comments, 200,000 mean comments on something.
Yeah, the mean comments, honestly, they roll right off my shoulders.
You're lucky.
Yeah. I don't get bothered. But I do have to stop myself sometimes
From responding. I respond.
I'll tell you what, on Twitter, it's harder. It's actually
way harder on Twitter.
Now, my Twitter existence is extremely Padres related.
Sure.
So it does get a little bit harder on there sometimes, because sometimes it just feels more personal on there.
Definitely.
And the comments, they just go deeper. But it's okay. I deal with them. The TikTok and Instagram comments, they roll right off my shoulders.
But if somebody said the same thing on Twitter, but they copied and pasted and commented on a TikTok comment, it wouldn't bother you.
Something about it. You're right. Instagram doesn't bother me at all. Twitter makes me insane.
Yeah. A lot of people make fun of my hairline.
Which is like, you can't really do anything about it.
The thing is, has a hat on this morning.
My
hairline, not showing it off.
But my hairline has always been very.
You said that since you were a kid.
You can look at my little kid photos, and you can see, even going back, like I've went back and I've looked at photos of myself from middle school. Guys, it's deep.
It's the same.
Obviously, it's deeper now. But I don't think it's that much crazy of recession.
Did you ever try to grow your hair out and
I've tried
funnel it down when you were younger?
No, I mean there have been some times where I've tried to grow it a little bit longer. It does get curlier as it gets longer. I can't get through the in-between phases of these types of things.
In-between is the worst.
Now, did you tell us that you had been offered or was considering
the Turkey trip?
Going to Turkey where they do all the hair transplants and then
they're begging me.
Documented on social media?
I have 3 different companies, 5 emails a month with
for
the free
Turkish
trip
hair
all
transplant.
these clinics.
You won't do it? You're going to Ankara and getting your hair transplanted.
Number one, I don't think I want to do it. Number 2, I have that's a long recovery. So then you'd have to show up to work.
You get the off season for this, Sammy, right?
But the
I
weird
think
thing
it's
is,
longer than that.
the weird thing is when a guy has that looks
it
like
works.
Then you show up, you're like, oh my god, you have hair. Like Landon Donovan was one. He showed up, you're like, hey, what the?
Definitely went to Turkey.
What the heck?
No,
happened?
you know what? I'm pretty sure
it looks good though.
It
looks really good.
I think he's got a piece, but I think he's public about it. I think he talks about it. Look that up because I think he actually.
I mean, whatever he's got, it does actually.
He looks good. Look, would it help me? Yeah. Do I think it's as bad as some of the comments say? No, I do not. But I don't know. That's a long recovery.
What's
Am I
the
really going to
recovery?
do that?
6 weeks?
No, I think it's months. By the time it regrows and your head's all swollen, I don't think I have that kind of time. But if I wanted to do it, I think I could be on a plane tomorrow morning to Turkey.
Incredible.
I got offers all over the place.
And you know how much, if I'm thinking like a businessman, you get a ton of content out of that.
Oh my
I've
goodness!
I've heard Istanbul is an unbelievable city.
Well, there are many men on social media that have done this. They make all kinds of content from it, and I think that's the trade-off. I don't know if you have to sign something saying I'll make X number of videos in order to get the procedure for free, but I do think that is the benefit for these clinics is they get people to come over, make content. I guess it's an exchange for the hair transplant.
Can they do a Chairman Mao removal? Like, Ben, you went to Turkey for that? You could have just gotten it done here. Just a little bit more off the side. Ben's like, my recovery is actually a week, so it's not that bad. Oh, man. Well, this has been fun, Sammy. Fun one last night.
Oh, yeah.
There he is on the YouTube channel. That's our beloved Ben. Greatest. It's been a lot of fun. Last night was electric. Electric factory.
Yeah, I mean, I said it on Twitter, on X last night. You know, I wasn't here in 2019, 2020, and 21. Obviously, I was, you know, I knew of Fernando's career, but admittedly, I was in the minor leagues kind of doing my own thing. I wasn't locked in on the Padres day to day per se, but I know enough about Fernando's career and what those first few years were like, and you know, kind of how he took the city and the league and the sport by storm. And it feels to me like, and I know he had that great run in the postseason to begin, you know, the 2024 postseason, and he's had some stretches where he's kind of looked like that guy again. But from an electricity standpoint, a swagger standpoint, it feels like the last few weeks, this is as close to that very, very early version of Fernando that, at least in my time, you know, covering the Padres that I've seen, that I can remember. Like, yeah, he gets up there, hits the ball a mile. He's changing the game constantly. The defense, the base running the other day, scoring from second base on the infield single against the Brewers. It feels to me like the closest to the swaggy, you know, nobody can stop me, I'm the best player on the planet, you know, type of version of Fernando that he so often seemed to show in the really early part of his career. Feels like that to me.
Some maybe interesting Padres news here from Jeff Sanders covering the team. They've released probable pitchers for the upcoming home series against the Minnesota Twins. Friday is still TBA. Now, that's not totally unexpected, because whenever Randy Vasquez's turn comes up, they sometimes go with the opener. They don't announce it. But I have yet to hear any definitive word on Joe Musgrove's next appearance, which could be Friday. Could he be pitching for the Padres on Friday?
I would have agreed with you, and I speculated on it, I think, during the pregame a little bit yesterday. But I don't know. Kevin Acee, and Kevin's a good reporter, I mean, he did write, this was the direct line from his newsletter this morning, Joe Musgrove's next start will be in the minor leagues.
Okay.
As of yesterday, the Padres were still determining whether that would be in AA or AAA. Ben, I was with you yesterday because the way Craig Stammen talked about it was he was going to throw a bullpen, and then they were going to see. And then I started counting the days. I'm like, well, he pitched on Friday, so his fifth day would be Wednesday, would be tomorrow. I'm talking about yesterday. I'm like, Friday? And maybe this is setting up where they're just prepping him to pitch for Friday, and they're trying to keep him fresh for Friday. But according to Kevin, that's not going to be the case.
Casey Mize will pitch Saturday, Walker Buehler on Sunday. The Twins will be sending lefty Connor Prelip on the mound on Friday, then Dean Kramer and Bailey Ober, right-handers, on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Dean Kramer traded from Manny Machado years ago.
Hardly know her.
Kramer, hardly know her. Not bad.
All right, well, I believe Kevin Acee as well, but still waiting on the word on Joe Musgrove and when his official return. So probably another Kyle Hart, Randy Vasquez day on Friday,
I would imagine,
for the Padres.
Yeah, and look, I understand why they're not going to rush Joe. I mean, you know, you want to make sure he is fully ready to go. And I think the other part of it now, too, is you're in a nice rhythm where you're getting length out of your starting pitchers. And Joe said it, you know, last week when the team was back at home, that he thought that the front office didn't want a situation where he was going to show up and be able to only give you, 3-4 innings or be on a pretty limited pitch count. So I think right now they're in a groove with this rotation where they're getting length. I mean, it's remarkable. Let me pull up the note. I wrote down this morning. You may have read it already, but I think this says it all right here. And it's not that Robbie Ray's been stellar. It's been shaky. Casey Mize, last two starts, has been great. But last night was the seventh time in the past 10 games that a Padres starter went at least 6 innings. For context, and you know this if you've been following this season, that happened just 3 times in their previous 25 games.
Crazy.
And I would imagine if you would go back even farther in the season, it'd be equally as crazy, whatever number that is. But to me, that says it all right there. It's not even that these guys need to be perfect, but the situation was so dire that the fact that guys like Mize and Ray can go out there, pitch 6 innings, keep you in a ball game, it is a huge upgrade, to what they were doing before.
I think we've really seen Craig Stammen get into kind of a groove with his pitcher usage. I mean, you can almost predict how today's game's going to go. If Michael King is decent, they're going to try to get him through at least 6, maybe into the 7th if he's efficient. Then we'll see Yuki Matsui, probably Jeremiah Estrada. And if it's still a close game, you could do Mason Miller back-to-back. You're going to try to avoid Adrian Morejon. If it's not a close game, then you can go to your mop-up guys in the end. We could see Wandy. We could see Griffin Canning at the end of the game. I mean, it has become, I think, pretty... At least guys can feel like comfortable in their roles now. They kind of know where they're going to be used going into a day.
I would really like to see Michael King be the A++ version.
No doubt.
I do think in the big picture for the Padres, assuming they're in the postseason, they need Michael King to get on one of those roles.
Locked in.
He hasn't done it this year. His stuff is so good that he figures it out. He guts his way. By the way, he knows this. I mean, we'll hear from him pregame today. He knows. I don't think it's any secret to him that he has not been at the tippy top of his game this season. I just think from a postseason sense, they need him to be that guy that pitched against Atlanta in the wild card series.
No doubt.
They need that guy. Because, look, when I look at the Padres from a postseason sense, if they're going to hit like the way they've been hitting, great. The bullpen, we know, is going to be incredibly important and valuable to them. I think what stands out to me is you need a guy like King who can, let's say in a 5-game series, a 7-game series, go out there, pitch 2, 3, 4 times and go out there and dominate.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think, I have to admit I was wrong. And I'm generally someone who's more positive about the Padres than negative. But I wouldn't have thought if Michael King was not Michael King, and he hasn't really been all season, and no Joe Musgrove and no Nick Pivetta, and no Yu Darvish.
Washed.
There's no way this Padres team is 9 games above 500 and in a playoff spot on August 19th. It's just impossible. There's no way they could possibly find enough pitching to get there. And somehow here they are.
Yep.
And Joe could be coming back. We still don't know if Nick, is going to come back or not later this season. But with Casey Mize and Robbie Ray, you feel like, they've got a shot now here.
Well, to this point, I think Mize and Ray have done the job in that they are professional, reliable starting pitchers. They're not going to be perfect, but they're going to go out there and keep you in a game and go give you 6 solid innings, which is it's so above what they were doing before they made those trades. So I'm with you. I think when you talk about a home stretch, just having that amount of reliability, that amount of ability to go 6 innings, hand you a quality start, keep you in a game, I think it's this time of year extremely valuable, especially considering what they were doing beforehand.
Sammy, appreciate it. I know you got a long day in front of you. We will hear from you again in just a minute for the Eco Water SoCal pregame show. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Ben Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We will be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Woods, 3-hour show ahead of our Epic Wings Epic Padres Roundtable with Tony Gwynn Jr. in studio. But we will also have Eno Saris joining us for some smart baseball on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Hopefully talking about a winning series and road trip and having a fun Thursday show tomorrow.
I would love to let it rip with a guttural series
Another
winning
one.
yell.
Yeah. That would be fantastic. For Paulie Reindl, for Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Pregame show coming up next year on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.